Meowdy meowdy, fellow gamers. Welcome back to Ocarina of Time, bitch.
Wow! Look! Listen! And enjoy
I'm so excited.
classic nostalgia.
Ever
Once again, I'm making
This
sure
is
I've got
the
the
most
chat
excited I
open.
have been since the other time when we streamed this game, like 2 days ago. I have been fucking craving more Ocarina of Time. You'll have no idea. I've been playing other Zelda games in a desperate attempt to fill the void.
You really did charge through, like, so, if you need more Corona playing Zelda content and you are not already subscribed to Gigadonk somehow, she did live stream. You beat Zelda 1 in 4.5 hours.
Yeah, it took a little longer than usual.
While talking to chat the whole time.
Yeah.
That game took Bird 35 hours to beat. That we edited to 2.5 on the Bird Friends Play channel. And it took me at least 21, 22 hours when I played it back in, like, I don't know. I don't remember when. So watching you do that, you just simply knew where everything is.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need a map. You just know. You're like, yeah, you bombed this wall. You got really frustrated at one point about not being sure which like, a gravestone you have to move to get the sword. Which is, like...
Yeah.
It's obtuse to even think that that's what you have to do for, like, a first-time player, you know, like, without being told.
The fact that I had to push it up from the bottom is what made me so mad, because any other gravestone, if you touch it from the bottom, a fucking ghost will spawn and hurt you immediately. You have to touch them from the side if you don't want to take damage from that.
Can you put your volume up a bit more? You're kind of quieter than me.
Am I?
Yeah, I just listened to it on the
Oh no.
on the stream.
I actually don't know how to fix that.
Well, I can make myself quieter, and then people can just turn their sound up.
Mayhaps.
We'll go with that. Let us know if if it needs to be even more. That's the game audio.
So I can see the entire chat. There we go. There it is. Meow meow. Hello,
Nice.
Digit and Taper. We are now meeting Fish Girl.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear the game audio all right. We have to be voicing her also. We gotta... Do you want to do Rito or do you want me?
Yeah, I can do the Fish Girl.
I'm imagining, like, Asuka's dub voice.
What are you, stupid?
Exactly like that.
Let her in a bottle. I have no idea what you're talking about. My father's worried about me? I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now, and you get out of here, understand? Oh no! She is dead. Oh, here I come. You don't gotta think about it, you just jump in and rescue her. Are you still hanging around here? I told you to go away. I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly since I was little.
It's just normal for her.
I've been getting bored since I was 3 years old. Lord Jabu Jabu is very strange today. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes around, as opposed to what other kind of jellyfish?
She's just like, you think my dad's been running this show? You think that guy has been taking care of this god? No.
On top of that, my precious stone was... But that's none of your business. Anyway, you, go home now, understand? No. You're that worried about me? Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. However, I won't leave until I find the thing I'm looking for. You'd better believe me.
I don't understand how Rito isn't considered, like, the most textbook tsundere archetype ever. Like, she doesn't come up in that conversation nearly enough.
Because everybody played this game when they were 4 years old and they didn't know what a tsundere was.
I guess that's true. She's like the textbook, though.
She's just a fish. She's just a simple fish.
Shout out to Digit, Taperclip, Dr. Killjoy, and Eventually, who have all shown up in chat. Woo! This was when I remember, like, really, as a kid, falling in love with this game. And I'm not sure if it was because, like, of just the belly environment having, like, such cool colors and being, like, you know, just a neat idea that you're inside the, you know, belly of a whale. Which, you know, I'm sure I would have been familiar with the trope from, like, seeing Pinocchio and stuff, but, like, being in there is different, you know? Like,
Yeah.
This is the first time this was done in 3D, just like everything else in the game, you know? The first time you were bored by a giant creature in a 3D game. Yeah, like, just all the purples and reds and stuff. It's, like, such a visual different, you know, just totally different from the rest of the game up to this point. But while still feeling justified.
Really come a long way in the years since. I've been bored in VR now.
Right? But also the fact that there's, like, a girl that is actually, like, with you for, like, it's the first time the adventure's not strictly lonely, because I never really internalized Navi as, like a character, you know? I just saw it as, like, oh, that's the fairy that says, look, listen, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, you know, Zelda just stays in the palace, Saria stays in the woods, Malin stays on the farm. Rito's like, I'm going with you. You're carrying me, but I'm going, like, she was planning to do this by herself anyway, she just failed, because it's worse in here than usual, you know? She needs help, you have a sword and a shield, so, you know, you're well equipped for this.
She is a very independent fish woman, and I love her for it.
Yeah, and that's why the fact that you are, like, I think she basically thinking of you as, like, the first man that has ever actually proved himself worthy, in a sense, to her, is why she's like, you have to marry me. Like, no, I've never seen someone who actually could keep up with me within this Zora domain full of pretentious D-bags who just, like, swim around and listen to flute music all day while their god is dying and their king is lazy. Anyway, that's my pro-feminist reading on Ocarina of Time. Nisa's here, hello. Lamuui's here.
How inconsiderate. How can you leave me behind? If you're a man, act like one. Take responsibility. Sits back down on the floor.
She literally said take responsibility. I mean, she is literally the most tsundere. I feel like everything a tsundere, like all of the dialogue that every tsundere is, came from here somehow.
Fucking fish is the most authoritative.
The switch! It doesn't look like you can press it down with your weight alone, Link.
That's why
Oh,
I've got the
see.
fish
Calling her
girl on
fat.
my head. Digit says, Krona, I'm sad. My Game Boy SP was meant to come in today, but it's still in transit to the next facility. That sucks. I would like to... I gotta find, Bird's brother, my husband Bird, his brother made he made these, like, hacked DSi and Game Boy Advance SPs, like, the DS for Bird and the SP for me. And I think I left the SP, like, in the car or something, because I haven't been able to find it in the house. But it's got, you know, just a bunch of, like, ROMs built onto it. And it's like, got emulators for other consoles, too. Most of them do not work very well, but they do actually, on the DSi, work pretty decently. Where, like, you could emulate PlayStation on it as well. And funnily, Krona was, like, addicted to Pokemon up until, like, a week ago when the Zelda hyperfixation kicked in. So, can you explain how that works? Because I know this is really relatable to a lot of people, and I think they'd get a kick out of hearing you describe the hyperfixation cycle.
It's just I don't know, it's just the usual autism ADHD shit. I just go through these phases where for a month or two I'm really obsessed with one particular thing I like, and then once I get bored, I just move on to the next thing I like. last Christmas, it was all Sonic the Hedgehog. Like a couple months before that, it was all Dragon Quest. Last month was Pokemon month. This is Zelda month now. This is the shit I'm on. And the thing is, I went through a Zelda hyperfixation just a year ago too.
I always had hyperfixations growing up, but they were like, it was usually one thing for a long time. And even though there was lots of other stuff that I might have liked, there was like one that would just be on my mind like that. And Pokemon was like that for like 4 solid years of my childhood. But then, like, when I got into anime, I got into it in a more holistic sense where it wasn't like I was into any one show. I was into the concept of anime and the idea that there was all these different shows. And then similarly with music. And so now I'm more into like I go between being like really into anime or really into music or really into video games. And all of those I have just a profundity of knowledge about in a general sense, but not about any one particular thing, with a few exceptions. Like, with video games, there's not even really one that I know that well. Like, I don't know any one game as well as you know, like, 50 games. But, like, with albums and with anime, there are some that I know extremely well, you know, and I could talk about in that kind of depth, or, like, you know, would just throw on again. Like, Fooly Cooly is one where, like, I've seen that probably 20 times, you know, like, yeah. I feel like if I put it on, I'm going to be mouthing the dialogue under my breath as it goes, or at the very least singing all the songs in the background. I love the bubbles. You just pop the bubbles. This is such a kid game at this part. I also, like, really appreciate that in the same sense that I, as a kid, was, like, so gate-kept by this game that I didn't even make it past the starting village. I think it's cool that, like, there is, like, an amount of this game that a little kid could get through reasonably if they really try, and then maybe get walled by the second half, but still feel like they got, like, a video game experience, you know what I mean? Like, you could easily spend 20 hours playing Kid Link if you, like, barely could figure out what the hell you were doing, and then just like give up after the time skip when things get traumatic. Yeah. I don't know how many kids have that story, but I'd love to hear it, especially if they came back 7 years later and beat the game.
I'm sure the trauma is part of what makes this game so memorable for everybody. Being like, yes, I got all 3 of the stones, now I can finish the game, and then realizing that there's like 2/3 of it left, and it's harder now.
It's harder, it's less, like, fun, you know, happy-go-lucky, and, like... But it's, like, really badass, and, yeah. You know, like...
Awesome. Some of the best puzzle platforming ever in a video game.
Yeah.
Like, this part right here, this dungeon, when I was a kid, I remember this being where the game got hard for me. Like, I was like, okay, I have to actually use my brain. Like,
this dungeon is a big step up from the first 2.
Yeah.
I think that's also why I consider it a lot more memorable, because I remember it taking, you know, even when my cousin played it for the first time, this is where it was like the game had to be put down for the night and returned to the next day type shit. Yeah. But then when you beat this and the way the boss dies is like the most badass thing I'd ever fucking seen, and like that was when I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever, you know, like... You fought through all that. Like, it seemed impossible for a while because we couldn't figure out what to do, you know. I think I had to look up on GameFAQs that you had to use Boomerang on this fucking thing. That specifically is what had held up my cousin, that he couldn't beat the dungeon that night.
I definitely used Google for this dungeon, but for me it was for the Octorok mini-boss. I couldn't figure out how to fight it.
Oh, yeah. That's a pain in the ass, too.
Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know. I think I also got lost a couple times. And just like looking around this dungeon, being like, "Where the fuck am I supposed to go?"
Mayday from Space said, "I feel like I had this experience with God of War." That is a game that it does kind of have a similar, even though like that game's adult the whole way through, it has a similar pacing where it's like the first third is like a little tough compared to this, but like it's just like a fun, brisk like action platformer, and then it like ramps up significantly when you get to the Pandora's Tower, which is like 2/3 of the game, you know, is just like this one superstructure, and like the bosses are tremendously harder than the first one, because there's only like 3 or 4 bosses in God of War 1, and the first one's really easy, and then the other ones are like, you gotta know what you're doing.
Oh my god, that giant Minotaur thing's a huge pain in the ass. I was stuck on it for
I beat
ages.
that game when I was like 14, I think, when that came out, and that was the first time I felt like I had really wow, I like can't believe I actually beat that. But I was so compelled by the story, I just really wanted to see what was gonna happen. I was like determined to get through those bosses.
God of War 1 is pretty
I thought that
jank.
game was badass.
But it's
Now I look at it and I'm like, this is just like really misogynistic and not that funny in retrospect. Like,
oh, it's not funny. Not at all. But it's
at the time, I thought the fact that you could just like murder random fucking civilians and get health from it was pretty hilarious. Like, because most games are like, you know, at the very least they try to make the main character somebody who wouldn't just kill like people running away. It's like Kratos was just incorrigible.
It was really funny watching old like promos for that game and seeing how like soaked in testosterone it was. They're like, yeah, this is like the heavy metal game of fuck where you murder and shit. Like, okay.
But then it's got like this epic Grecian tragedy like story underneath it that's like, it's like if you cut out all the like boy toy stuff, there's like this really fucking heartbreaking undercurrent story that feels like an epic Greek tragedy. And then I really feel like by the second game it was already like, all right, well, we got to keep playing with the toys, so let's just put more toys in. They're gonna cut each other, even more heads are gonna come off. And I was like,
the story of God of War 2 is completely aimless, and it's just like fan service. It's like, can we get Perseus and the Kraken in there and get like the actor from Clash of the Titans to be Perseus? And I'm like, I mean, I do pog at that. I make the soy face, but it's just a fun video game. The story never really topped the story of the first one until they decided to like reboot the franchise and make it a completely different style, which I like. I like the new God of Wars, but like it's not the same game anymore. That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Throw me up there onto the platform. Look at her kicker feet. Look at this funny little.
She's adorable.
Goofy little. Her like noodle.
It's like she wants you to carry her because she like it's a sign of like her dominance over you, but she also wants to actually get up and do the thing. So she's like, "Let me down. I want to do the fun part." You know. Like,
let me. Oh my goodness! I finally found my mother's stone. I got very upset when Lord Jabu Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised I dropped it inside. But now that I found it, I don't need to be in here anymore.
Yeah, fuck this place.
So, take me home. Right meow. Alright.
Just walk away.
I trust that nothing terrible
you know how
is
to
going
get
to
out of
happen
here.
if I approach the giant suspicious platform. Ah, what is this? An octopus? Oh, I'm so hungry. I could eat an Octorok.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, this song.
Jesus Christ.
While you're doing this pain in the ass boss, I want to answer some stuff in the chat that I had missed. Digit said, B, I saw your record collection. I noticed you had 2 Touche Amore vinyls. Indeed, I saw them live in like 2019, I think, in Rochester, and it was really awesome. I was in a mosh pit like the whole time. They were fucking raw and loud as shit. It was badass. He really does do that vocal, like that full throat scream the whole fucking time. Paperclip said, I just vibed in Hyrule Field when I played this as a baby taper and was content. It is so satisfying just to literally move around in this world. Like I've said before, my most potent memory of this game is just hanging out in Kakariko Village doing backflips for like 45 straight minutes. Because it feels great. Taperclip says, I never got to this part of the game. I used Game Shark to cheat and got to Adult Link and vibe in that version of Hyrule Field. That is awesome. That is an incredibly unique engagement with the game that I appreciate.
I'm so glad
Because I
had
totally
an older brother
understand.
to do the hard parts for me, so I could play in Hyrule Field and play the first season.
Did you end up, Taper, did you end up getting to play Animal Crossing when that came out? Because I feel like that's the fulfillment of that desire, you know? Like, I just want to vibe in this field type game. Although it has all those capitalism woes in it. And Mr. Rossetti's an asshole. We've got Mr. Rossetti trauma.
We learn valuable life lessons in the Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I didn't. I fucking failed at Animal Crossing. I would always get to a point where like, I don't want to do all this shit, and then just stop.
I've only
But
played
you don't
the
really
newest
have to do
one.
all that shit.
I've only played the newest one. I played it for like 10 hours, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
I've only really played the first one for like an amount of time that I would say I had a full experience of the game. And that was, you know, back in the day. Taper says, I want to play this game as an adult for sure. It'll be a really different experience. Oh yeah, definitely. It's not a particularly difficult game either, like as an adult. As evidenced by the fact that I was able to beat it inside of like 2 afternoons. And I am not very good at video games. I would not be able to play this and have a conversation the way that Krona is. Like,
Oh yeah, I've just played this game like a billion times, because when I was young, like just entering high school, they came out with the 3DS, and I wanted it pretty badly, but it was like really overpriced. So as soon as the price drop happened, I was like fucking begging both of my parents, like, y'all, I fucking need it. And naturally I got it for Christmas, and with 2 games. One of them was Ocarina of Time 3D, and the other was Mario Kart 7. And I played both of those games to death, because they were the only 3DS games I had for like a year and a half. And I spent every year therein, like, thereafter playing Ocarina of Time 3D whenever, you know, if I was stuck on a long bus ride or something, or just sitting around fucking bored out of my mind anywhere, anytime, any place, I would whip out Ocarina of Time 3D. And I was like reading the walkthroughs on ZeldaDungeon.net, like memorizing a bunch of where the secrets are and shit. Just like,
so did you beat 3D before the N64 version?
No, I actually I had it on N64 first, and then once it went to 3DS, that was when I got obsessed with it and played it like over and over. Because it was so accessible, I could just take it with me, and it was like a higher frame rate, and they made the water temple less irritating.
I've heard a lot. I have not played through that one. I always heard good things about it. Like, I think I made it to Goron City, but like the 3D really fucked with my eyes. And this is just generally true with 3D. Like, I like the way that the 3DS 3D looks. Like, I think it looks neat. But it was such a strain for me to be able to play it that way that I had turned it off, and I don't think that the game visually works as well without the 3D on. And like Victor was super insistent that like 3DS was his favorite console. He played everything on there. He was like, Ocarina of Time has truly reached its masterpiece state now that it's in 3D because it's just so much better. Because, you know, in a way, it's a game, as we've said, about navigating 3D space more than anything. So, like, putting it into extra 3D does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was just a challenge for my eyes. But maybe not anymore.
That technology, for sure. But to me, the 3D on the 3DS was always, like, a superfluous gimmick. I never found it mechanically useful, except in Super Mario 3D Land. That was the only game where I felt the extra depth perception helped, because they designed puzzles around it. And even then, like, you could just kind of figure it out. Like, you could reinforce it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it just aesthetically either adds a lot, adds not that much, or subtracts depending on who you are. And like for Victor, very much like, oh, this adds enough that I want everything to look this way. Like his mentality was, if it's on 3DS, I'd rather that it had the 3D effect, even if it's minor. I just think it's always better to have that than not, you know. And for me, it was like, there are some cases where the game looks really cool in 3D, but again, the eye strain was just not worth it for me. Like,
my problem was, like, even aside from the eye strain, which like too long. Like, it just cuts the resolution in half. Like, it literally
yeah.
has to cut the resolution in half in order for the effect to take hold. So, to me, it was like, just a fun novelty. It's like, if there's a cool cutscene where I think something's going to be popping out of the screen, it's like, okay, now I'm going to turn 3D on just to appreciate it for a moment, and then let's switch it back off once the cutscene's over.
The thing that bothered me the most about it is that you kind of have to hold the thing like exactly still to maintain the effect, because if you turn it a little to the side, it's almost like a holographic card that like changes image when you move it, where you're like, oh god, what's going on? Like, even just imagining the way it makes my eyes feel made me touch my eyes in response.
They did fix that the new 3DS though. It has like face tracking
interesting.
the interface and camera. So, like,
Was there more than like 2 games made for that console, like explicitly? Like, I know Xenoblade Chronicles, and I don't know if there was another one.
There were some games that had extra features, like Majora's Mask had like the camera from This boss fight's crazy, by the way.
In response to my asking if Taborclip had played Animal Crossing when that came out, they said, yes, that became my favorite game when I discovered it. So hell yeah. And Zinc said, New Leaf was my jam. Taborclip said, now it's Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is Pokemon but you vibing in a big field. Bird is a huge fan of that game. He's been very insistent that that is the best Pokemon game, and that if the next one they're making that is supposed to be like it is, lives up to it, it should be the new best Pokemon game. Mayday says, I really want to play New Horizons again. I don't remember what that is. Oh. I haven't played it at all. I think my mom's played a whole lot of it, though. Yep, this is the thing. This was the part where I was like, this is a masterpiece. The fact that it erupts into all those gross pustules and it just blows up into a puddle of green muck. And like, I just don't think I had realized that the first 2 boss deaths had been like particularly violent. Like, they just didn't scan that way to me. That scanned as like, oh shit, like that was grotesque, but but there's something about the build-up where like it gives you time to anticipate that it's coming, so you can get excited about it. It doesn't feel like if it was just pop, then you'd be like, oh my god, but it's like, oh, it's gonna blow, Pwah! And it's your victory, so it feels great. It's just incredibly cathartic violence.
I never played this game in a high enough resolution to appreciate her face right here. Oh my
That is
God.
adorable. I didn't know that either. Yeah, that's funny.
Dialogue, baby.
You should pop all those. Wait, no, get everything in all the pots.
It's just hearts, I'm sure. You're late. What took you so long? You're useless. I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little.
The most tsundere ever. She's literally blushing.
It's
She's
not like
in
I
love
like
with
you or
and-
anything.
Yeah.
Baka! I was just playing Wind Waker. the
Krona,
other
apparently
day.
you have become quiet again, and the game is somewhat louder than you.
What the fuck? Open up my device manager. Volume inputs. Microphone.
Do you have so
Keys.
in OBS? How do you have the sliders like for your mic versus the computer desktop audio?
I do believe that the mic is turned. Yeah, both of them are turned all the way up.
So yeah, lower the desktop audio to like 80% or so, because I'm just like a lot louder than you, and the game is loud. So if you do that, it should equalize us more.
Okay.
I'll give it a listen.
Is that better? Meow 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 meow
I'm
meow.
gonna listen.
Yeah, Digit says turn up the mic gain on the mic itself. I'm trying. I've done that before, because
Turn down the desktop another 10%.
another 10.
Yeah.
How's that?
Da,
Is that well balanced? Meow 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. That actually sounds great. Yeah, that's perfect.
Epic. Okay. You looked cool.
If it
Cooler than
was
I thought you would anyway. Just a little. Well, anyway, you saved me.
This
so
part, by
I
the way,
guess I'll
the way
reward
that
you.
she's like right up on you, making eyes at you, like I remember even as a kid being like, "Oh, she's like into me." Like I don't think I had ever picked up on a social
Yeah.
cue this hard before as a child.
I was definitely taken aback that the game was having one of the little girl characters be this forward about it. Like, I'm like a kid playing this, and I'm like, oh, she's a kid like me, and she wants to marry me. What the fuck? Also, is she like naked? Like, what is going on?
It's definitely like a very promiscuous feeling, like
Yeah.
scene for like it's just on the borderline of being like anime weird, you know. But
Exactly.
because she's fish people, it kind of like is a little accepted.
Don't be shy. I can tell what you're thinking. My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it the Zora's engagement ring. All right. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's sapphire. Don't do it, Link. It's entrapment. She's gonna come for your soul.
Ooh, glowy.
Too young for marriage.
Oh, don't worry, that's gonna change soon.
I remember getting my
Well, I guess-
stepbrother to play this game, and as soon as he met Princess Rito, he was like, I'd been like telling him, dude, you gotta get to the next dungeon, you gotta save the princess. And he's like, fine, fine. And as soon as he met Rito, he was like, ew, what the fuck is that? Her most precious possession. You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 stones. Oh my god. Marriage? What's that? What does it taste like?
I just
Don't tell my
the implication
father.
of that dialogue box is this girl just basically told you, I want to marry you. I'm giving you this as an engagement present, and your immediate response is, well, I don't know what she meant by that, but I'm gonna give this to Zelda.
Yep.
Like,
Genius.
oh my god, this game is lovely.
It is. It truly is. Is this where the thing is at? Don't remember. Oh, yep. Yeah, this
Oh,
rock
shit.
doesn't explode, but the entire wall behind it.
That's hilarious.
Beautiful.
I don't think I knew about that. Definitely don't remember seeing it happen before.
Yeah, it's one of those tucked away little optional magic things that you don't need, but it makes the game a little more convenient.
Well, you said that B sounds less like because they're going to be older soon, and more like because they're going to lower the age of marriage laws. I don't know what the age of marriage law is in Hyrule, but they're like at least 17 by the end of the game
Yeah.
after the time skip.
For some reason, 17 is considered adult in the world of Zelda.
It's probably like, on average, the like worldwide most common adulthood age. I don't
Maybe.
know. Actually, I'd have to look that up.
Giant.
I know it's basically different everywhere.
Yeah. It's just always funny to see people talk about it.
This is warp magic you can use with C. Warp when you are in danger.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was interesting that there is a NC-17 rating and also a 18 plus rating. And I'm like, what's the difference? Like, what changes in that year between, like, that you have to rate them differently, you know? Like, but I think they're just from 2 different countries.
Can use Ferore's Wind only in dungeons that have a map inside. Interesting. I really like how they repurpose the fairies. It's like, in the first game, all they do is heal you, and then a Link to the Past, some of them do more interesting things, like, oh, you gotta give them rupees, and then eventually they'll let you carry more bombs or some shit. And then this game took it a step further, and they're like, no, you know what, the fairies are gonna be the ones that give you the cool-ass magic spells. The
Good.
ones that you
Yeah, they
probably
needed
will
more.
only use like 3 times in the entire game, but are cool as hell nonetheless.
I don't remember ever, ever seeing anyone who I watched play this game use them. I can't remember if I used them at all either.
I
Or
always
if I
forget
got
to
them.
use Ferroy's Wind. The only reason I picked it up is because it was there.
What are they useful for, like, if anything?
Well, Din's Fire is almost, like, necessary to get into the Shadow Temple. Did my
Right.
most precious possession help you in your quest? Hey, you little shitty. You know you did. Let's see
This
what the
music
king
is so
says.
goddamn peaceful.
I forget, were you doing his voice?
Oh, Link! So you saved the princess, eh? I really appreciate it. I assume that's the voice I did.
Yeah, you're welcome. Saved your daughter's life. And he's like, yeah, it was cool. So, are you leaving, or...?
Dive. Let's take a dive in aquatic mine.
Sploosh. Kaboom! Did you know you can swim faster by mashing the B button? They don't tell you.
Dr. Killjoy says, I've really only seen people riding the horse around. This game is surreal as fuck. Yes, it is.
Oh, hell yeah.
You gotta consider this is another Shigeru Miyamoto game, you know? Like, his games are about either talking mushrooms or, like, fish people. The Zoras were around from the first game, so
Yep.
so they truly are a staple, but they're significantly different in this one. This is the first one where Zoras are not just like in the other games they're presented as more like more fish-like, less like elegant elf people. You know, like they've basically become elves as of this game.
Yeah.
Like even though Hylians already look like elves, like in terms of the culture, the Zora are basically elves, increasingly so in each game.
This is why I have
Because
to,
in Breath of the Wild, they're just elves. They just live in Elfheim.
this is why we have to do Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask fleshes out the cultures of the Gorons and the Zora, and even the Deku to some extent, and makes them all infinitely more interesting and funny and cool. Because the Zora in Majora's Mask are like built around a band, like a rock band.
Yeah, I know about that. You become like the guitarist or whatever. You
Yeah.
have his spirit mask. So
And his guitar is like made of fish bones. It's badass. Meow. Now we're approaching the nightmare from the beginning of the game. The moon
That
was so
fucking
fast.
moon though. You made it like freeze in place.
As I get closer to the castle, though, it will get dark again. Because evil is transpiring.
Lucky you beef.
Bum, bum, bum.
Lucky you beef, 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 beef.
Digit says also Majora's Mask is just sick. Yeah. Someone on the last stream brought up the recently released Zelda recomps, and I didn't know what they were talking about. I just researched it today and downloaded the Majora's Mask HD recomp and like downloaded the HD texture pack that Neril made.
Nice.
It's fucking
yes.
incredible. We have
I
to stream
actually
that
meant
version
to
of the
ask you
game.
if you knew about that. Like, fuck, when I was at your house. I don't remember why I didn't ask you, but
'Cause I did
he-
know about
because-
it, I just forgot until today.
that makes sense.
I've been watching
Yeah.
Neril since like 2019 or something.
Probably since, because pretty much his first video was complaining about the Majora's Mask 3D.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was when his
Being
channel
shit.
blew up.
and
I
he was
agreed
like, and I'm
heavily with-
personally doing something about it. And it was like, oh shit.
I agreed heavily with
Really
all of his
fucking-
criticisms of the game, and all the people denying them were really funny.
Yeah.
I lost her.
Nice.
You over there, little kid.
Stranger danger. Unreasonable.
You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me!
I think I'm gonna kill you, dude.
So you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid.
I was kind of going for a, so you like to play Castlevania?
You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude.
Can I give my impression of what I think Ganondorf would sound like?
Sure.
You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude.
It's giving Berserk dub.
Yeah. I'll let you keep doing the voice though, because I like yours. It's funny.
Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you are dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world.
Oh yeah, I also this is just worth mentioning for the nerds out there. I'm still playing with an original N64 controller, but this time I'm using the atomic purple one.
Ooh.
So, like I said, I was playing Majora's
And you
Mask
fixed
earlier.
the joystick since last time.
How could I not play Majora's Mask with a purple controller? Like, come on, it's just perfect.
So wait, in between, it's been how many days since we last played this?
Like
Three?
2 or 3 maybe. Yeah,
3 days, I think.
something like that.
And in that time, you beat Zelda 1, you played Majora's Mask and the Wind Waker.
A bit, yeah.
Was
a
there
bit
any
each.
more? Was there more Zelda at that time?
I cleared another dungeon in Link's Awakening and then got bored again.
How far did you get into the Wind Waker? Were you starting from the beginning or like?
I got to the I started from the beginning and I got to the dungeon where you get the Master Sword.
I think you're Zelda's voice, right?
Oh yeah. Link, when you hold this ocarina in your hand, I won't be around anymore. I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. This song opens the door of time.
This scene is so good. This is like a new type flash that you're having with her also. Like, this is some kind of psychic extra dimensional communication she's doing right into your brain.
Yeah. Picked up the ocarina and immediately felt like memory echoes flashing through my mind.
Probably some kind of spell she put on it, because she's a witch! Zelda low-key is a witch.
Get a whole harem in this game, but Zelda is the main squeeze, and you know that because the moment I got this ocarina, Link took the fairy ocarina that Saria gave him, and he threw it in the trash. I don't need this piece of shit anymore. Now,
That's
Link,
fucking hilarious.
play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. Do it like the Zelda from Breath of the Wild. You must protect the Triforce. Blimey.
I forgot you have like the agency at this point to basically, this is the, hey, anything you wanted to do before you grow up, now's the fucking time moment in the game.
Just realized I fixed
Is there anything you wanted to do before you grow up?
I fixed the fucking dead zone on my controller, so I should be able to do this. Minimal issue. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I walked in a straight line. Oh, I'm so glad I fixed that shit. Oh my god. It was infuriating. I don't know if y'all could tell in the last stream, but I was like wrestling the fucking controls the whole time. This emulator was being a butthead. But I figured it out. I figured out how to get it to give me the real fucking N64 controls.
Do you have any like favorite NPCs or like random wacky things in this game that you like? Like this
Random
room where
wacky.
the man's like just sad that you broke all his pots. He's like, why would you do such a thing to me?
I don't even need the money. My wallet's full. Ooh.
Ooh, oh, I need that. In a sense.
Yeah, definitely going back to the Skulltula house when I can, because probably in the future, because it doesn't matter. Man, I'm so bored. Things would sure be more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Hey, that's just between you and me, okay? Anyway, maybe we can let off some steam by breaking these jars.
Wait.
Stand
He
near a
wants you to
jar and
break the
press A
jars.
to lift it. Press A again to toss it. It's just like, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if you broke all this stuff.
Digit said I wanted to make my mom proud of me before I grew up. That didn't fucking happen.
Damn.
Rip.
Every single one must die. How many people even know that you can do this move? And Zelda 1S.
I think I knew this because there's some enemy that it's like really good against. Maybe Lizalfos or something?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. There's somebody who it helps to stab. Because the AI doesn't tend to predict you're going to do that. And you can combo through that, I think, right? Like you stab and then slash and it's like a...
Well, I don't know
Maybe I'm
about that.
thinking of Smash Bros.
I do know about a funny little NPC who should be in this alleyway now that Ganondorf just ran through. Not that guy. Yeah, this soldier over here. He was not here before.
Are you the boy from the forest? I finally met you. I have something to tell you. Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, betrayed our king. Zelda's nanny, Impa, sensed danger and escaped from the castle with our princess. I tried to stop Ganondorf's men from chasing them, but the princess was waiting for a boy from the forest. That's you. She wanted to give something to the boy. If you received it from the princess, hurry to the Temple of Time.
I don't think I remember this at all. What the hell? I didn't know there was a fucking... The guy from... what's his name? The guy who gives you the flask in Dark Souls.
Oh, an Oscar.
If this guy had actually given you the
didn't make
Ocarina,
anyone.
I would bet there's a version of this where they wanted that, but then they were like, "Ah, this is too dark. Let's just hide this in an alleyway.
It's
Make
funny
it
'cause
unnecessary."
it's literally how A Link to the Past begins.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You must save the princess. She is your...
Yeah, I really feel like they didn't want the other shoe to drop for you about how dark this game was gonna get until you get to the future and you see the fucking dead town. And it's just stark.
God, these pre-rendered
But-
backgrounds are so crazy.
Finding that soldier, it's like if you really were paying attention to the game, you would know like, oh, shit is really about to go down. Like people are dying already, like right now.
This is
It's not like
peak ambiance
Ganon took
right here.
over a couple years later. It was immediately.
Yeah. I cannot wait for this game to get its own recomp. Like dynamic lighting and everything.
Digit is absolutely right that everyone should smash that motherfucking like button if you want more epic gaming content.
Epic win.
And leave a comment after the stream because that also helps. And if I respond to all of them.
Zelda Burger.
Zelda Burger.
Let's flipping go.
Link Nachos, Zelda Burger, and a Hyrulean Shake. That'll be $27.99.
If they set that Triforce free, it'll be the end of all of us! No! That is a 20-year-old Dragon Ball Z meme. I heard an actual 10-year-old quoting like earlier this year.
I really appreciate also that everything about this Temple of Time is like ominous.
Yeah.
It's like this is like, it doesn't make you feel like you are about to win. It makes you feel like, oh, this is like serious, you know, like whatever's going on here. I hope this is all right.
It's very like spiritual too. Like it looks like a church from the outside.
Blade! The Master Sword!
Master Sword, holy shit.
That had to be a crazy twist for people. Like, okay, nowadays it's like whatever. That's in every game. Like you expect
Yeah.
it. Like you start up a Zelda game, and you're like, I wonder when I'll get the Master Sword. Back then, Imagine being someone who grew up with A Link to the Past, and then you see this, and you're like,
Dude, it's the thing! But it's 3D now!
what the fuck was I saying a second ago? I feel like I was making a point. Oh, yeah, no, the Temple of Time is a church, and it kind of feels the way that being in church felt to me when I was a little kid, and I still believed in Jeebus. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, this place, like, the energy here is different. It's like magic and shit.
I definitely think part of what they were going for with this game is that each of the sages are meant to be sort of representative of a different religion in this world.
Oh, yeah?
And so it's meant to be suggesting that, like, you know, that all of the human religions are, like, couched in something more centrally sacred, which is this triforce of, you know, power, knowledge, courage, that are like those three tenets are ultimately what all of the religions are based in, you know, that. But, like, because they're each a little bit stronger in one thing, then they're not quite whole with it. Whereas Link, by uniting the Triforce, you know, basically proves I got all three, you know.
Right. It's time to pull the sword from the stone. Let's go!
I think that's why they used the Muslim chants in the original soundtrack, 'cause they were trying to create a sense of all world religion coming together. We got church imagery, we got Muslim hymns.
Yup.
Oh, no. The daemon.
Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm.
Oh, no.
Yes, I owe it all to you, kid.
I love his evil laugh.
They just said there's also other Islamic symbols in the game. I think the mirror shield has one on it. Oh, yeah.
It does, and so do some of the cute, like the big blocks that you have to push to solve puzzles. I've seen many of them in this playthrough, which means we're playing the version of the game that still has the Muslim chant in it.
Nice.
Link. Wake up. Link. The chosen one. Oh, this is Raru. Same time they made the blood green. Actually, there's like an updated version of the N64 game, like a later release of the game.
Mhm.
This guy's the owl, right?
I am Rauru, one of the ancient sages.
Like he's totally the owl.
Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself.
The big reveal.
Big reveal, because he's Big Link.
He's not baby anymore. He's big boy. He got tights.
Navi was asleep the whole time, too.
Look, Link, you're big now. You've grown up.
The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time.
Hell yeah.
Well, do you understand your destiny?
Hi!
But remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. namely this chamber of sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the hero of time. The hero of time chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. When I was a kid, I thought this was literally an hour-long cutscene.
Yeah. It felt
It was
eternal.
just I couldn't process any of the shit he said because it's so dense with like the sacred realm and all this shit. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? You received the light medallion.
Excellent. No light temple, though.
Find the other sages and save Hyrule.
Rauru is a furry in Tears of the Kingdom.
Amazing.
I always assumed in this game that Rauru is secretly the owl.
Yeah, that
he's
makes
got the
the most
big angry
sense.
eyebrows, and he's like an old wise guy.
Yeah. He was, guiding you the whole time, and he's pretty much always dumping exposition.
Link, we're back in the Temple of Time. But have 7 years really passed? Why'd they knock me out too? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Couldn't they have kept me updated? Let's get out of here. I feel robbed.
Oh shit, it's a
Mysterious
bad,
stranger.
bad.
Who could that be? Who is this guy? I've been waiting for you, hero of time. I love this song, oh my god. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages, who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one within a goddess of the sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikah. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Link? How do you know my name?
Petrichor VT asks, so, who pierced his ear while he was sleeping?
Just wakes up 7 years later. I'm fucking gay now, dude. What the hell? Tries to use his slingshot and it just crumbles to dust. To save the forest girl, you need another skill. Head to Kakariko Village. Alright.
Temple of Time song versus fucking the hymn from Final Fantasy X. It would be a difficult one for me. I think the Final Fantasy X song is probably better because it's like a longer, more complex melody.
I want you to
They're
just
thematically pretty similar.
pretend for a moment that you've never seen this video game before in your life. And just experience what happens when I step outside.
Uh-oh.
That's
I didn't
ominous.
realize we were in hell.
future is fucking scary. Dude. Well, let's head into town. Sure, I could visit the Happy Mask Shop. Oh. Everyone is
This
dead.
is the one, like, this is one of those cases of, like, analog horror or whatever, like, the low fucking... It just looks like ass in a way that makes it scarier. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. The whole place is done.
That the look on his face, just the sheer horror. There used to be
Way cooler castle, let's be real.
It's so fucking spooky. It's floating on an island over a pit of lava.
I think I fought this thing at the end of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh my god. Yeah, it does look like that. It looks like the big metal dress that thing wears.
It's funny when you think about that game, how small this castle feels by comparison. Like, it's like as big as the first Colossus in that game.
Well, you know, that's what they wanted the final boss fight to be originally. It was supposed to be you climbing Ganon's body after he grows super huge.
Oh, that's awesome. Didn't quite get that till Dragon's Dogma, did we?
I think some fucking dorky, what was it? Not game theory, but like, what's that one channel called that does all the video game trivia? Did You Know Gaming? I think they said that, they repurposed the idea for Giant Ganondorf in Mario Galaxy for the boss fight with Mega Leg. You like climb up its body. It's like the first boss in that game.
Taperclip said, I found the YouTube video about the history of Ocarina of Time sampling religious chanting. It's in the Cozy Gamer channel. If it's not cozy enough, I apologize. Plenty cozy. Also, the point of that channel being called that is just, it's not so much about that it has to be cozy as that you yourself are a cozy gamer. As opposed to a rage gamer, you know? Like, just picture what the stereotype of a gamer is in your head, and just the opposite of that is a cozy gamer. Who is this demon?
Bro likes collecting ghosts. You catch them in bottles and give them to this dude, and then he gives you a bottle.
Very clean.
Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot.
I will pay a lot of money for it.
I like that voice, actually.
I like spooky guys with funny voices. It's my aesthetic.
Digit said I like his Sharingan eye.
I know they told me to go to Kakariko, but there's something
Horse
very
time,
important.
horse time,
Very
horse
important.
time. Well, I have to save my ass.
Just watched that like 2 days ago. Fucking like as
That's
soon
why
as
I
I
knew you'd
finished
get it.
Zelda 1. As soon as I turned off the Zelda 1 stream, we're like, alright, put on the Shrek VHS tape.
Let's go.
Taper said, I think, I want to share this deep lore about how they sampled music for Zelda games is the opposite of competitive gamer aesthetic. Yeah, exactly. Competitive gamers would be like, Nintendo? Baby games. Old baby games? What are you, some kind of old baby? Fucking weirdo.
These fucking... It's not baby boomers, they're boomer babies.
There are some people.
Wait, no, what kind of voice should this guy have?
There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch. But don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. I, the hardworking Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? Pay me 10 rupees and you can ride.
Hell yeah.
You want to learn how to ride? No.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this horse is bullshit. Where's my horse?
Oh my god, I forgot about this music. This is so like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Sea Cypher's here. Time to steal a horse.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he was catching up. I see. That makes sense.
Give me horse, give me horse, give me horse.
Yes.
I love riding horse. This is the best part of the game right here. Yeah! Jump over that fence. Good girl. Yeah.
I was thinking about the other day how on the first stream I was like blown away that all of the music in this game is like so familiar to me because it's not like I've played it that many times or listened to the soundtrack that many times. Then I remembered that for 20 years I've been constantly watching video game analysis videos
Yeah.
on the internet and they all use music from this game. So even this song I'm sure I've heard in the background of someone talking about, you know, some old obscure anime DVD or some shit. I can hear like Hazel's voice in my head. I don't even know if she's ever used this song. I just can hear it, you know. I can hear like the voice of someone talking over a 90s nostalgia video game soundtrack in my mind.
So goofy, you have to ride the horse twice. It's chivalry. Okay.
It is awesome music. The whole soundtrack is legendary. I think like it's all like using music theory in its very basic sense to like create specific like tones that would match the scenes, but somehow just always nailing like a very catchy melody in the process.
You're getting better. How about a little race with me? 1 lap around the corral with that horse. Let's make a little wager. Say 50 rupees? Do it.
It sucks to lose this because then you have to go fucking farm rupees.
Good thing I'm not gonna lose. Get off of me. Fucking loser.
Doesn't he try to kind of cheat too? Like he's always like trying to run you into the fence.
Yeah, he's a bitch. It's okay, that's him faster. The trick is to just not use up all the carrots. Just have 1 carrot at all times. Win easy. Easy. And then I gotta do it a second time.
Shoot! If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation... Hey, you! How about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse!
See, Cyber said
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the only
that's-
part of the game I remember playing. It's the best
That's
part.
why I thought of him as cheating because he makes you go again, even though he already made a deal.
He did just try to push me into the fence a second time. He's a sore loser.
The fact that they could program like that much personality into just like you can get the sense that he is cheating you just in the fact that you're like, hey, wait a minute, the AI is definitely trying to run me into the wall right now, you know, like
Totally.
you didn't need Navi to like tell you that that's what's happening.
What's up with that horse?
Oh,
Is that a pony? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet it on the race and lost. Shoot. As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch.
I also forgot he put his face on the fucking... Oh my god. That looks so funny.
Yeah. This is why video games are a underrated storytelling medium.
Only one way to get out of here. Taking the horse with me. Yeehaw!
Like in a book, they'd have to like write in a description of the fact that his face is like on the fence. It's like in a video game, you can just notice that or not, you know, whatever.
Epic. This game is cinema. Alright, Epona. Now we go to Kakariko Village. That fucking ghost. I don't have a bone arrow yet.
I'm so incredibly satisfied to be hearing the sounds of Link, Epona, Hyrule Field,
Yeah.
my good friend Krona, this delicious food that my husband just brought me. I'm living life at like a 10 at the moment.
Well, I'm glad. I'm having a good time. I love this game, and I love hanging out with you. And I love hanging out with all our friends in the chat. This is like the most I've enjoyed Ocarina of Time in years, by the way. Just like going over it with a fine-tooth comb and really going out of our way to appreciate it to the fullest extent. This is a good time. Side jumping.
I came to realize at some point that like games from this era are just big enough that you can kind of fit the whole thing into your brain.
Yeah.
You know? Like a lot of the times with modern games, like they're trying so hard to be big, there's lots of stuff that you just would never want to remember is even there. You know, like
True.
you're never gonna remember every building in Spider-Man. You will remember every building in Ocarina of Time, you know?
Real. Any of these guys turn back to normal yet? Oh, there's one. How many Skulltulas did I get? 13? I would have hoped I had more by now.
Curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you.
Adult's wallet. Adults are allowed to carry a lot of money. Yay.
Digit said big with purpose is the key. And I do think that's what Zelda has maintained above any other game in expanding. Like, even Breath of the Wild, I would say,
Well.
like, yeah, I can remember a significant amount of that. Like,
I have to disagree to an extent because I just played Wind Waker a couple days ago, and that ocean is really big with a lot of nothing to do in it.
Wind Waker was kind of a, yeah, I think it was a bit of a,
It's like,
needed to be done again. Why haven't they done it again?
or the other day you asked me, last time we were streaming this game, you asked me how I felt about Hyrule Field in comparison between this game and Twilight Princess, and I said Twilight Princess didn't do it as good. And it's because, like, in this game, Hyrule Field is one really big open field with, like, everything you need to get to on the edges of that field. And Twilight Princess,
Yeah.
it's like an interconnected, like, set of hallways and canyons with the big castle town in the center, so it's a lot more awkward to navigate. But even then, I think Twilight Princess had a lot of cool hidden secrets and things, like, spread around for you to find, and, like, as you collect more, you know, like, weapons and stuff, like, just more items, like bombs or spinning top or whatever.
It's got
they're
that Metroidvania, like, quality where
Yeah, exactly.
it feels like a Metroidvania game that also has dungeons, you know, which I think that's why, like, why my brother Victor loves it so much, because it feels, like, so fleshed out of, like, you really do explore everything in that world, every nook and cranny of it.
Yeah, that's why even though I think Twilight Princess's overworld is a bit annoying, it's a bit tedious to, like, travel across, I still think it made better use of the space than Wind Waker did overall.
I can agree with that.
You're
A lot of the
eating-
islands in Wind Waker fucking suck.
almost, yeah, like 90% of them are boring. I guess you're eating, so I'll do this guy's voice.
Yeah, I would rather you did it anyway, because
I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grr. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, oh, I'm gonna mess him up. What? You've got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song.
Probably my favorite Zelda song ever. if I'm being real. This one's a real earworm.
big agree. I love this little scene because it's very easy to stumble on this as, like, one of the first things you do upon becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Like, if your instinct was to go straight to Kakariko Village, you would probably find this even before Epona.
Oh no,
But it establishes
Storm
the, like-
again. You played the ocarina again, didn't you? Grr.
It establishes the conceit of the time loop so well that, like, you talk to this guy, he gives you the song is the reason he's mad at you and gives you the song. So you've already created, like, a time paradox right off the bat. The game's just, like, letting you know, this is what we're doing, you know?
Good old-fashioned bootstrap paradox, my favorite. Who the hell wrote the song of Storms? Bro's got a whole music box dedicated to that shit. Okay, I think it's maybe this headstone. This one's got flowers in front of it.
I've never heard of that referred to as the bootstrap paradox.
Yeah. I forget what the exact story is. It's some like science fiction novel, I think. I don't remember the whole story. Someone else can explain it if they remember. It's just a similar type of thing where it's like, guy goes back in time to get thing, then like goes forward in time, and like thing is now like worn out and dirty again, goes back in time to get the new one, and it's like, where did it come from?
Yep.
Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare.
Dampé the Gravedigger becoming a dead guy is definitely an underrated part of this time travel.
I love it. I love that he's still the same exact dude.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's just so chill. That's why he's like, he was so happy to be in the graveyard. There's no reason for him to pass on. He's like, this is where I am, you know?
Yeah.
This is my home. Always was.
God. I hate that he drops fire. Where did he go?
There's also kind of this undercurrent implication that like, the reason there are so many ghosts is that like, you know, Ganon literally tainted the spirit realm. So like, people's souls cannot pass on the way they should.
Oh. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, he really did upend the laws of nature, didn't he?
Yep.
It's interesting that other ghosts are presented as pose, and then this guy is just like himself. What makes him different? It's because he's a gravedigger? Did he get some kind of deal?
The time of this race was 1 minute 7 seconds. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back.
Bingy bungy boogie boogie.
Excellent. Give me that fucking Batman grappling hook. The coolest shit ever. The hook shot is so much fun in like every game. It doesn't matter if it's 3D or 2D. I love this thing.
Yeah.
Even in games where the controls suck, it's still fun because it's like, just look at it and it makes me feel like Batman. What?
Absolutely necessary for ninja work.
It's true. Oh.
My favorite video game grappling hook, of course, mechanic is Sekiro.
Oh, of course.
Because you can just fucking climb everything.
I really love the meat hook in Doom Eternal. It's like an attachment for the super shotgun. You can grapple onto enemies, pull yourself towards them, and then blast their face off.
Nice.
It's really fun.
I still haven't played Eternal yet.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's my favorite Doom. I don't know if that's a hot take. I think
Have
it's
you
the
played
best one
Dark
by
Ages yet?
far. What?
Have you played the new one that came out yet?
Oh, of course not. I have no money.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not worth paying the.
Yeah.
I think I've already seen it go on sale for less than the full price. I'm like, being a Doom game, that's gonna be $20 in like 2 years.
Yep. Oh, I played Eternal like a dozen times. I've completed it a dozen times, and I've done the DLC. The DLC is funny because they made the first one like too hard by accident, because the people playtesting it just got so good at it they couldn't tell what was too hard.
That's hilarious.
And they compensated by making the second DLC way easier, and people were upset because the pandemic happened, so the second DLC wasn't as fleshed out.
No.
There were like new enemy types that were just palette swaps, and
It's
people
like
were
we were all
pissed.
ready to handle something way too hard. We have nothing else to do.
Yeehaw. Okay, I think now it's time to go to the forest. Finally. Gonna go home. See what Saria is up to. Just like Sheik told me. It's beautiful. On horsey.
By the way, I just want to give a big thanks to everybody who watches this stream because, like, you really do watch it. The retention on this, the first episode of this was crazy. It was like 20 minutes average, which by YouTube standards is insane.
Yeah.
There's 50 watch hours within 100 views or something like that, which is a good track record to get this channel towards monetization, which requires 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers or something like that.
That's mad impressive. I thought I did really well in my solo live streams, and this channel's doing better than that. It's wild.
The power of Ocarina of Time, let's be real. This game is... I mean, because with Zelda 1, the soundtrack is kind of fucking grating. Like,
Yeah,
that was the most difficult thing for me about watching your stream, was just listening to the dungeon music in Zelda.
two songs, and only one of them is good in that game.
Yeah.
Mad
This
repetitive.
game is just... Like, literally, we could sit here in silence, and it's still a pleasant experience. Like...
Yeah, that's definitely a big plus in this game's favor, is that it's always comfortable. The only thing about this game that sucks is when you have like half a heart left and it won't stop fucking beeping.
Yeah, that's true.
This is mysterious. There's monsters in the Kokiri Forest now. Didn't used to have these here. This
I
used to be a
did not
safe
even
place.
remember that. I did not remember this place being fucked too.
Yeah.
I forgot. Where are they? Are they like hiding somewhere, right?
I'm gonna see if
Are
the
they all
kids
just
are inside.
indoors, or? But they all don't recognize you because you're a grown up.
Yep, they're all the same size.
Have you been traveling around much, mister? Have you ever met a boy named Link? Mido said that the great Deku tree withered because that boy did something wrong to it.
Wow.
Only Saria defended Link until she left.
Aw,
Maybe we misunderstood.
that's kind of tragic.
Yeah.
It makes me want to check all the houses, and I want to see what everybody has to say. Have you
These
seen
motherfuckers
Saria?
did not believe in you.
Haven't I seen you
Have-
somewhere before, mister? Nope.
You do
Not
not
at
know
all.
me.
Don't worry about it.
Definitely didn't kill your tree. Never even heard of it.
I tried to save the Deku tree. I was the only one who tried, and they think I'm a
It is like
voyeur.
surreal how big you actually feel going into these buildings. Like they
Yeah.
built them all to be, you know, just short enough that like, yeah, you could fit in them, but it feels wrong. Like it's clearly not built for someone your size. Like they were never considering an adult would ever be here.
We're like fucking Robin Williams and Hooked. It was like, went back to Neverland, but we're like old and fat. Everyone's
Yeah.
still a baby. Why is that
Why is that fairy following?
Okay, you do the other.
I see. You didn't have any problems entering the forest, mister. Did the meanies out there bother you much? Before the great Deku tree died, you wouldn't see things like that around here. Since it's dangerous outside, I always stay inside my house, but I'm bored to death in here.
Poor kids. They can't go outside and play because of all the demons. I know how that feels.
The meanies.
The meanies.
Fucking meanies.
You know those Deco scrubs have like a whole society in Majora's Mask. I feel kind of bad just murdering them in that regard. He's the know-it-all.
Do the
brothers.
orange ones or just the green ones have a...
Aren't they all orange and green?
Are they? I thought they were like orange ones, and like the orange ones are mean and the green ones are nice or whatever.
Maybe.
It's like the green ones you just stun and you don't actually kill them, but like the orange ones are like just like after you. Anyway,
I guess so.
I was gonna read that kid's dialogue. But fuck him.
Fuck it. It's time to go into the Lost Woods and find my childhood best friend. Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen Saria. I can't wait to see what she looks like all grown up. I was so in love with her when I was a kid.
No.
Damn it! Is this what happens to kids wandered? Oh, yeah. Why is he trying to kill me?
Spike.
Bruh. I don't think I can kill him.
I know there's some kind of quest involving that depressed guy, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh, I do. It's the big sword quest.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna try to do that on this
Absolutely.
playthrough?
I love
Hell
the
yes.
big war on
Hell
sword.
yes. Hell yes. Hell
Oh,
yes.
Look who it is.
What are you? Though you wear Kokirish clothing, you can't fool me.
Kokirish.
Kokirish,
I promised Soraya I would never let anybody go through here.
you don't look Kokirish.
Fuck. How's it go again? Keep reading the buttons for this one.
You just gotta memorize each tone that the buttons make, and then you'll be able to play them all by instinct, of course.
That melody? Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. And I didn't like him, but you know, whatever.
You remind me of that kid I used to give wedgies all the time.
Fundamentally.
Yes, sass.
Sacred Forest Meadow. That's such a Dark Souls fucking location name.
From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use Z targeting to always look in the proper direction. Set your view so you can see down the next corridor before you turn a corner. Once your view is set, hold down Z to sidestep around the corner. That way you won't be surprised by an enemy waiting in ambush.
Thanks, Navi. Oh my god. Fucking disgusting guy. Burn and die. Oh lord. Eh. Where'd he go? Die. Gotta moiter all of these guys. Ah! Oh my god. This is right there.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more like homoerotic art of these guys.
What the fuck? These guys specifically.
They're like big muscle men, like
They got like 8 polygons.
yeah, but that's why they should be reimagined to be sexy. Look at him, he's huge. He's got and he's in like a Speedo.
Dead. Slice this butt crack open. There we go. Let me in that forest temple, baby. Here I come.
Digit says wood now that you mention it. Look at them in their undies. Exactly. Fundamentally.
Dapis says I've definitely seen art of them. Oh, my favorite boy. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet Forest.
Harp heaven ass, motherfucker. Oh
Sheep
yeah,
is
this
so
is when they start trying to make the melodies more complicated. They're like, yeah, you thought it was always going to be just the same thing twice.
Shit, I fucked up the rhythm. I'm a terrible person.
Now you gotta learn whole scales.
How many people had the Sheik plot twist spoiled for them by Super Smash Bros. Melee?
I did not.
I did.
That's the first song in the game that I don't remember, like off the top of my head. But I
Link,
really like
I'll
it,
see you again.
and I need to hear it more.
It's a great song, for sure. Petra says, me. Ulama Ui just noticed that Link has earrings. Did his character model just change? It did. So when he gets further away from the camera, he switches to like a lower poly. That's crazy. You can see that so plainly with the emulator. Yeah, he's got those earrings. That's whack. I liked in Skyward Sword how like that game, instead of giving you like armor that protects you from heat, it just gave you magic fire earrings and they fucking glow when you walk into the volcano. That was so funny.
Did you have the experience of coming here without the hook shot and like having to then go figure out what the fuck do I do to actually progress the story?
Almost certainly. I'm pretty sure I had to Google that. I also remember when I discovered that jump attacks do twice as much damage, and I started trying to use jump attacks as often as possible. But playing that way is obnoxious.
That it does at like, it's kind of like how in Metroid Prime, once you realize that if you always keep a charge shot and you always start every encounter by shooting the enemy with the charge shot, the game is like literally half as difficult. Like that's the same thing with jump things, jump slash and this.
I think that's why I gave up
And
on my
the
most
stab.
recent run of Metroid Prime on the Switch, is because I got to that one really difficult part in the phase on mine, and I was just
Yep.
annoyed because I had to keep charging my beam over and over and over.
That kind of just that like is the game though. Like from that point on, if you don't do that, you're just it's like I said, it makes it way easier because most of those enemies they go down to one charge shot and then like 5 regular shots, you know. But if you try to shoot them individually, they're gonna dodge out of the way before you finish do as much damage as you need, and then you're fighting 2 guys at once, and it's just, you know, you have to crowd control with the charge shot.
Hi, Mercy. I feel strongly that this game gets really fucking good when you get to the Adult Link section. Like,
Yeah.
all this stuff as Young Link was, like, easing you into the experience. Once you got past Jabu Jabu, it's like, okay, that was the final test. You're ready to play the real game now.
Yeah.
You're in the deep end.
I think it was like, particularly with the way it uses 3D space, like the first 3 dungeons were establishing normal, and then this dungeon is deliberately breaking normal, where it's like, hey, this is a video game. We don't have to make your relationship to reality what it is in real life. You know, like we've been wowing you with how well we could replicate the feeling of being in a 3D environment inside of a simulation. Now we're gonna show you how we could fuck with your mind. You know.
Zink says possibly my favorite dungeon in all of Zelda. I love this one a lot. I love this.
The
I love the Fire Temple.
The color palette is so good. Just the fact that it looks like there is moss on the walls, even though there's not really explicitly that. It's just kind of greenish, you know? But there's like this combination of like it's overgrown, but also it's like it feels like a temple, so there's like this aspect of it's a holy place, but it's also dangerous, it's mysterious, it's full of skeletons and spiders and fucking man-eating plants. Yeah, this shit rules.
This is where you can see the Zelda 2 influence. These enemies right here.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
Stalfos. The
They
way
do fight
move.
just like them, huh? Yeah. That's funny. I never thought about that.
Fighting these guys. They're like the most real.
And being in
enemy.
a temple with like dark mysterious music, honestly, is like very Zelda 2.
The only thing I don't love about them is that they put 2 of them in a room with you, and it's like, oh, I have to fight 2 at the same time, but like they really do just fight you 1v1, And like the only challenge of it is like if you take too long killing one of them, the other might revive.
Mhm.
So it's more just testing your speed than like your ability to fight two guys at once.
For sure.
But it's whatever. I'm sure the technology just wasn't there yet, and that trying to get the AI to competently, like, you know, have you do a 2-on-1 would just be fucking infuriating. I wouldn't be surprised if they play tested that and were like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's like even in Dark Souls, which is like a modern game that, you know, it's much easier to control than this. It still kind of sucks.
I
fighting-
recognize this song as in the Forest Temple song as a TikTok water bottle ad song where people advertise ASMR tapping metal water bottles. I have never seen that, but that is incredible.
What the fuck? It's such a weirdly specific thing. Jesus Christ. Link's Adventures in Androgyny. Oh my god. Look how fucking big this Decubala is. Remember the start of the game when those things were tiny?
I'm so hungry I can eat an aqua.
Fuck.
Hey. Oh yeah, Link's voice actor in this game
Yeah.
and also in Super Smash Bros. Melee is Nobuyuki Hiyama, who is in a fuckload of anime, always playing like hot-blooded, like you know, characters who like shout a lot, and he's still in lots of stuff. I'm trying to think of a role you would definitely know. I know him best as like the main character from Gao Gaigar, which I know you haven't seen. Bring up a list
Definitely not.
to figure out some anime you've seen.
I just know from this game alone, from his grunts and his screaming, that he is a great voice actor, because holy shit.
He was Hiei in Yu Yu Hakusho in the
Ooh.
Japanese version.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
I mostly watched the dub.
Yeah, that's why I had to specify that. Like, I know you probably haven't seen that, but
Seen a little bit.
same. I mostly watched it in English. He's Balmung in the Dot Hack anime. He's in Genshiken. What the fuck have you seen that this man is in?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yes. Kill La Kill. He's the green-haired guy, Sanagayama.
Oh, I love Sanagayama. That's cool.
That's the same voice as Ocarina Link
Fucking epic.
and Melee Link. I guess we'll call him N64 Adult Link.
He is the coolest. You know, this music is really fucking chill too. I mean, it's like ominous and spooky, but in a way that really makes me feel like, I don't know.
It's easily my favorite dungeon theme in the game so far, and maybe period, but I'll have to hear other ones to be sure.
It's just strangely calming. It's like they knew, oh, this can't just be like intense, you know, like action music all the time. It's got to be like this is like your brain is working. You're listening to puzzle music right now.
This room, by the way, was like the coolest room to me as a kid. Just the fact that there's like a courtyard in the middle of like this.
Yeah.
Like you would not think you were gonna be able to see the sun anywhere in this temple until you get to that room, and it's like, oh, like it's like falling apart, you know? It's like the feeling of Uncharted 1, but with much worse graphics. Ah!
Dead.
Sudden fiery skeleton. Please.
Let me up there. The layout of this dungeon was so fucking confusing to me the first time I played. They put arrows on the floor. This game might be a little too hard for all the stupid babies. It's like, here we go again with the yellow tape and the yellow paint smeared on everything. All these AAA games keep fucking hand-holding all the time.
And now we're pushing blocks.
My favorite.
Can't say this is the most exciting part of the game. But it did... I do remember this... Like, I did not hate this mechanic as a kid because I just thought it is, like, empowering in and of itself that Link can push such a big fucking block, you know?
That's true.
And you keep getting the ability to push bigger and bigger blocks as the game goes on.
Gonna have to invoke Aaron Hansen so this game fucking blows chunks because it takes like 10 whole seconds to push a block.
Answer 4 hours.
You gotta wait to push a block. You gotta wait to open a door. You gotta wait.
I could not. That's the problem with being an old like Game Grumps fan is when I play a Zelda game, all I can think of is Aaron floundering at every single puzzle in the game for like 20 minutes. I was playing the Wind Waker and I kept thinking about how like I got to the part where you use the leaf to blow on these little propellers to like move platforms and stuff, and I'm like, why did he keep trying so hard to push the propeller when you can just push the platform you're standing on by waving the waving the leaf like a fan?
Yeah.
Like, he tried so hard to do it wrong and thought that he was like kind of getting it, but not quite. I think about that stuff.
Doesn't give up on an idea quick enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, maybe since this isn't intuitive and isn't working, I should do something else. Like, that didn't occur to him. He's like, game's just not intuitive. It just doesn't... It's like, no, maybe you're just, like, to try another thing.
Here we go. Pushing more blocks. Muslim blocks, by the way. That's the symbol we were talking about that got replaced in later releases. The ones where Ganon has green blood. The green blood was always such a letdown too, because the part where he like coughs up blood used to be really dramatic and intense to me when I was a kid, and then they made it green and it just looks like he's barfing.
Just like, ugh, you're stronger than I thought. You kicked my ass so hard, I threw up.
This corridor is all twisted.
This is also crazy.
Yeah, this is what I mean when I'm talking about they start the mindfuck stuff here. It's like, oh, this isn't how 3D space works in real life.
Like, what am I even supposed to make of that? Just a
Watch for the
twisted
shadows of
hallway.
monsters that hang from the ceiling.
Oh, I'll be
Oh,
watching.
the
don't
fucking
worry.
wall masters.
Oh, I hate those things. Fucking scary.
Yeah, it's interesting how many like of the monsters from the first and second game had not appeared until this point. But like the really scary ones are starting to show up.
Yeah. Oh boy, more Stalfos. Here we go. And there's a pit you can fall down.
And they can't, those bastards.
Fucking haunted ass. Just think, oh, there's an invisible
Again,
floor.
though,
No, there's
fucking with perspective. Like, yeah, the fact that they can walk on it and you can't is like, oh, this isn't how reality works. Like, gotta adjust my expectations.
not. I think I died to this part a lot when I was a kid. I was not good at video
Understandable.
games.
There's the only way I was able to make it through this because of all the, hearts and the pots all around.
Yeah. Slow down. No beeping, thank you. I remember releasing fairies from bottles just so I didn't have to hear the beeping anymore. Die.
Fairy time! Oh, gamer cred restored instantly.
Dead. Game theory. Does skeleton is wear hover boots? Nintendo is always taken falling very seriously in 3D Zelda.
Oh my fucking god, you got the bow! This is also where the combat gets really interesting, because now you can just... Like, the slingshot's, you know, cute and fun, but now you can shoot people in the face.
You know,
Like,
I'm killing
with a
people.
weapon.
Let's fucking go. I love killing people.
You can play the whole rest of this game as a first-person shooter if you're truly determined.
That is what the game was originally going to
I
be.
don't know if that's true.
Or at least that was an idea that was floated by the dev team. I don't think they ever actually considered doing it. Alright, you could make that
Oh,
game
I
first
love
person.
this too. This is like one of the coolest mid-boss puzzles.
Yeah.
Really tests your patience and perspective.
Yeah. Fucking spooky ghosts.
Black.
Well, hey.
Love the fucking noise they make.
Die. I like doing backflips while I wait around for this fucking ghost. Oh my god. Get back here.
Baku Freepy.
You toot. Captured.
Being in this temple really does make me feel like how much of like what would eventually become Dark Souls is like just already present here in Ocarina of Time.
It's true. Polly says hi. Hi, Polly.
Also, I think like I mentioned on the first stream that when I was a kid, I had like an idea for a game called Puzzling that was basically just a knockoff of this game, but it was mostly a knockoff of this temple. Like
Yeah.
the fact that this has like the block pushing puzzle to summon the ghost at one point and stuff like this, like this is what really made me interested in game design, I think, like as a kid, is just all this head fuck stuff. I feel like this is also what we get fleshed out by games like Antichamber. I don't know if you know that one.
I don't know that one.
It's just like it's a game about like basically the fact that like, you know, in video games you could walk down a hallway and then go back down that same hallway and it's a different, just leads you somewhere different, you know, and the whole game is just puzzles around that kind of idea.
I see. I really like shit like that. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, I always heavily preferred cartoons, like animated stuff, over anything live action. Like, I tried to avoid live action like the plague when I was young.
Same.
And my favorite episodes of any, like, cartoon or TV show was always, the ones where they would bend reality the most, like, just playing with the rules of, like, the laws of physics and stuff, and just fucking around with what, like, you know, drawing.
The Ed and Eddie episode where they're like...
Yes! Yes,
fucking
oh my
with
God.
reality, or the Daffy Duck one where he's like warring with his creator.
I cited both of those examples at my friend like a month and a half ago when we went to the Pigeon Pit show. We were talking about.
Nice.
He was telling me why he likes SpongeBob so much, and I told him this exact thing. That's so funny that you not only agree that you have the same two prime examples as me.
I thought I had also mentioned these two examples to you in a conversation we had about this, like at your house. I know I talked to somebody recently and said the same thing, and like used those two examples.
That does sound familiar. You might have said that in like a voice chat that I was in, but I don't remember if I was like fully awake. But But yeah, no,
Trying
like
to
the
think
Ed and
of
Eddie
another one.
episode where they're just like fucking with everything, breaking all the rules. He grabs the moon he grabs the sun out of the sky, takes a bite of it, puts it back, and it's like a crescent moon, and it turns to nighttime. When they like rip Jimmy's outline off, and then he's just a puddle of colors. Like, I love shit like that. So anything like video games that bends the laws of reality is like just, you know, that extra level of like surrealism.
I
fucking love
don't
to see it.
remember the OKKO one. I think I might remember some parts where Chowder broke the fourth wall. That's a big part of what I love about Teen Titans Go also. It has episodes that really go like beyond the ridiculous in that way.
Yeah.
And like also like is it Max Fleischer, the guy who was like one of the earliest animators who like his early cartoons were all basically just that, like that kind of stuff? Because I know like some of the oldest cartoons are basically metatextual that way.
Yeah.
They're really good. Cartoons have always been good.
I love cartoons. I love animation. I still do, even though I've come to appreciate live action stuff, because, you know, being an autistic kid, it's like they say, like, because autistic people have a harder time reading people's, like, emotions, so, like, facial expressions and stuff, like social cues. So cartoons are, like, really easy to understand, because they have such big, wacky expressions. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at appreciating the subtleties and nuances of how expressive a human face can be. But I still never get over animation completely, because, I mean, you can do fucking anything in animation.
I think a big part of what
You can draw it,
like,
it can happen.
a big part of what made live action difficult for me growing up is that like the fact that the character isn't the person was always very like kind of confusing to me. Of how do I reconcile that? Like, how do I buy into the story when I know that that's like a guy, like just, you know, a dude that just exists? Whereas with animation, even though it's not literally real, I love this so fucking much.
It's a
Even though animation's not literally real, because there is no real life equivalent to it, the characters feel more real to me. Like they only exist in their story. There's there's no them beyond that. So there's nobody to confuse them with. Like, and people will talk about actors like they are like they're anything like their characters. You know, people talk about Robert De Niro like he's some kind of badass, and it's like that's just like a guy, like an actor. It's just like a lame ass actor guy. Like he's never done any of the shit any of his characters have done. He is not some boss. Like he's just an actor.
Agadine said Link is left-handed representation in games. I feel like that's rare. It's pretty cool that he's left-handed. I don't remember the reason for it, but I do remember that he's not left-handed in the new games, and that makes me a little upset. Because the reason for it was that they made Twilight Princess for the GameCube, but then they ported it to the Wii so it could be a Wii launch title, because they wanted, they wanted to prove that they could have mature big kid games on the Wii and it wasn't just for babies. So they mapped the motion controls to the thing, and the motion controls are just you wiggle the stick to make him swing his sword. Like, it's not like actually mapped to the sword or anything. It's just like waggle, whatever. But like Miyamoto said, it felt weird to swing the sword with his right hand and see Link swing with his left, so they just mirrored the entire game, like made the whole game fucking like vertical axis flipped backwards, so that Link would be right-handed on the Wii and left-handed on the GameCube. And then again, when they made Skyward Sword on the Wii, that game did have like actual motion tracking, like the direction you swing the controller also swings the sword. And for reasons that are completely beyond me, instead of just including a left-handed setting, they made the game strictly a right-handed game with no options whatsoever. Because fuck it, I guess. Left-handed people don't matter. They don't need to play this Zelda game.
Only like a tenth of people or something like that, like a massive number.
Yeah. And like for one of like the biggest, most successful video game franchises fucking ever, they're just like, no left-handed mode, fuck it. Because I don't know, Skyward Sword sucks, I guess. No fucking options or accessibility whatsoever. The game fucking is very mean and
Yeah.
difficult to enjoy. But you know, again, for reasons that are beyond me, they just decided that Link is canonically right-handed now, and so in Breath of the Wild, he's just still right-handed, even though there's no motion controls in that game.
Not a fan.
Fucking weird. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Bothers the shit out
I mean,
of
I
me.
get that they're probably just thinking like, I don't know. Yeah, it is weird to keep him right-handed. Actually, I can't like if there's no extra benefit to it. Are you left-handed, Krona?
Nope. I am not left-handed. I was able to play Skyward Sword, and that game is sometimes enjoyable, but you have to wade through a lot of bullshit. I really want to play the HD remaster of Skyward Sword to see if it's any better. That shit's expensive. It's like $50 used. Ouchie.
This temple is like significantly longer than the other three, like the first three, right?
Quite a bit, yeah. I think Jabu Jabu took me like 40 minutes to run through, and this one has taken... Like, I think we may have just passed that 40-minute mark. Like, been at this one for a minute.
I'm surprised Jabu Jabu took 40 minutes, actually. It didn't feel quite that long.
No. I mean, there was time spent reading dialogue that I normally would have skipped, I guess.
It's like... This music is definitely, like, somewhat maddening.
Yeah,
Like, not in a bad way. I think that's part of the point.
yeah. It's
But I've
kinda-
always found it to be somewhat like just that. It's like you're going insane. You're going insane. And I'm like, no, it's chill. It's just chill. It's like
It's definitely having a tranquilizing effect on my brain right now.
I feel very locked into like focus, but I'm not personally doing anything, so I have nothing to focus on, and I'm just like, yes, I will stare very intently at what's happening.
Excellent. Zelda stuff.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
What do you think about this temple and this crazy poison pit of doom thing?
Fucking... Hey chat,
Is
what
it
do you
just like
think? And they're just like, good.
Inuyasha miasma.
Inuyasha. Oh my god.
I gotta grab something to eat.
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
I'm gonna go make me a pastry real quick. I'll be right back.
Who else needs something to eat?
My brain has to reactivate.
You have to get away from this fucking dungeon music for a minute to wake up.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
Sure.
be back.
Skyward Sword HD has 60 FPS, fee isn't debilitating, and you can play it on the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller is definitely, like, that interests me, but I really want to try playing it with the motion controls. Because, like, I don't know. When I played it on the Wii, I felt like it had potential, and that the Wii Remote, like, the technology just wasn't quite there. Like, they could have made it great, but they just designed it stupid. So I'm, like, deeply curious to see if it plays any better with the Switch Joy-Cons or not. And if it sucks, I can always try it with the Pro Controller. What the fuck is the point of this? Don't remember what this door is here for. I like this checkered floor. It's very strange. The ceiling is falling down. Oh my god. Run to the tile that has a button on it. Oh yeah. Even the motion controls are better since recalibration is one button press. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. The fucking more block pushing. Here we go. Giving me a timer. Slow ass block pushing puzzle. So cruel. Get this out of here. Garbage. Dropping garbage block in the very middle. Want to read the chat, but I'm being timed. What's the name of the painting of a castle with rooms looping in on each other? That's this temple. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called. Come on, baby, I'm so close. Yeah! Shoot it! Come on, baby, come on, baby. Die, die, die. Stop it. I hate fighting these things. It takes a billion years. Ah, just die already. You fucker. Why this one got so much health? You're fucking lying to me. Stop it. Relativity by MC Escher. Excellent.
I'm back.
Yes. This dungeon is kind of... Oh my god, there's a bird.
Father. Hello.
Hey, bird.
Did you air fry that one?
I did. You want one?
I'll make one for myself.
Here we go. Oh, I can't backflip over this one? Sad. Can I backflip?
How's
off?
Ocarina of Time?
It's really good. This temple is like really long and spooky. My brain was starting to turn off, so I went to get a sugary pastry. I had to put my headphones on.
Made
Yeah,
it
that's
from
a good
space says hi, bird. That one.
Krona says hi, bird.
I can tell which ghost is the real one because it has a little twirl. That one! When they spawn in, the real one does like a little spin. That one. You die. This is much more engaging than the other ghost fights. I'm the same one every time. Oh, it's this one. Trying to trick me.
It does kind of give nice Journey of Dreams vibes, doesn't it?
I don't even know what that is.
The night, like the other game from the Sonic guy, but with the big purple jester man, Knights.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
I'm surprised you haven't played those games.
Knight's Journey of Dreams. I know Knight's into Dreams. I played it on my friend's Sega Saturn, and it was really bizarre, and I didn't enjoy it. It's fucking weird. Okay, so I want to try this way. This whole dungeon is like a spooky haunted theater. All the ghosts, I have to presume, are dead artists, and that is why they embody paintings.
That makes sense. I bet this was some sort of museum.
It's like a circus pattern in this room. It's like a carousel. Spinning walls. Very strange, creepy carnival vibes going on.
While I was up, I was thinking this dungeon really like has the same atmosphere as Super Metroid,
Yeah.
of being in like the foresty part.
Yeah. Because Metroid gives off very like organic vibes. Like everything is kind of alive.
Yeah.
Also having it's weird because it's like a very lonely, isolating atmosphere, but it's also like doom is hiding around every corner. Like there's something. Where is it? There it is.
That's one of those that would be a real pain in the ass to have to get back to if you had forgotten it.
Yeah. Gotta get in the blue room. Here we go.
I think as I get more Dread vibes. I haven't played Metroid Dread.
Hey, you watched me play it for a bit.
I did. Only a little though.
The game was epic. I love Dread so much. Played it like a billion times, and I will
gotta
play it a
borrow
billion
that
more.
from you.
One of these days, I want to plan like a live stream event where I try to beat Metroids 1 through 5 in like one day.
That'd be dank.
It'd be awesome. It'd be exhausting, but it'd be really fucking cool. I'd have to like plan out my breaks or when I like go for lunch and shit.
Zero Mission or actual Metroid 1?
Zero Mission and probably AM2R instead of regular Metroid 2.
I still haven't played AM2R.
I like it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty fucking cool. It's closer to being like gold standard Metroid than like the remake that Nintendo did on the 3DS.
Yeah.
So that one was pretty mid.
That one was so different from Metroid 2 that I was like, why even make Metroid 2 again? Like, if it's not going to be the same game.
Felt more like a proof of concept. Like, oh look, we can make another 2D Metroid.
Right.
And it's like, well, sure, I guess you can. And then Dread came out and it had fixed like all of my issues with Samus Returns, and I was really happy with it. Ooh, is that the real Ganon? Is that the real Ganon? Yes.
Patrick Core said the Samus Maranathon.
That'd be fucking epic.
This is such a... I really love this fight conceptually, but I do think if you know what you're doing, it's like uneventfully easy.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like a really like a really epic fight when you don't know what you're doing.
It's an
Wait, is this Navi talking or
Yes, it's
okay? Yeah.
Navi.
It's an evil ghost of the forest temple. He comes out of one of the pictures.
We figured that out already.
Answer his magic attack with an attack of your own.
Hell yeah.
Practice round for the final battle.
Yeah. Just like fighting Aghanim. Ow. Ooh, fucking fence in the way. Okay. Put me in the middle. Fuck. Aha.
The electricity effects are really cool.
It's so epic.
I also love that the thing changes color depending on who hit it last, so you can tell more easily. I just made so many fucking considerations with this game that so many lesser games don't make. Like, you can make a game that has like more fidelity and just fewer good decisions made, and it will be a worse game. You know.
It's true.
He really just was like lacking for a second there.
I love playing Ganon tennis. My favorite pastime.
That is how I practiced for Mario Tennis, isn't it?
Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill, but you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions.
Banish it to the Shadow Realm.
I was trying to do my Seto Kaiba's ghost voice.
You don't stand a ghost of a chance.
Yu-Gi-Oh is so kick-ass. Yo,
Oh,
Chamber
shit.
of the Sages. Finally. Got to rescue Saria. She's just here now. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, but because I know you, no. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here
That's
as the Forest Sage and help you.
That's the face of girl who is not OTP and knows it.
Now please take this medallion. She has
just
accepted
like-
her fate. She's not happy
Yep.
about it. But she's moved on.
If you think about it, the Circle of Sages is kind of Link Spurn's women's club. All the people who love him that he didn't get with because he's Zelda's OTP.
That's why he's got to go for the cute farm girl, because she's not a sage. She's the only one who's not a
Oh, shit.
sage.
Oh, true.
Sorry, I will always
Sorry, I
be-
will always be your friend.
Yep,
Friend zoned forever.
just your friend. Oh, I love this.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is
Most
so good.
adorable.
Hope springs eternal, even in the dark future.
This doofy fucking thing looks like Ditto.
Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish.
So beautiful.
Thanks a lot. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian.
Wow.
I'm happy to finally reveal this secret to you.
My life is a
The little
lie.
fucking, the little grass in his mouth is so adorable.
Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world.
This guy being the exposition machine.
One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest.
Link, you're adopted.
After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally, the day of destiny has come.
I always headcanoned that Link and Zelda were actually siblings, and that
You are a Hylian, and we're always bound to leave this forest.
And that it's just Star Wars.
yeah, it's a Star Wars
And
situation.
now, you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all of the temples and return peace to Hyrule.
I
Or
love
my
you.
name's not Lil Squirt Tree.
I love this creature.
Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout.
She does the whole cutscene again.
Because you and Saria broke the curse on the forest temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually have a Lego set of this Deku Tree, by the way. Like, you can it has like 2 different instruction books, so you can make it the Deku Tree from this game or Breath of the Wild. And I built the one from Ocarina of Time, and it has like a little Lego version of this guy in front of it. I
That's
just think
so adorable.
So fucking cool.
Does he have the leaf in his mouth?
I don't think so. I think it's just like his face is like a sticker or something. Like it's just painted on.
Lamu Ui says Ethel Kane said in a video that she used to call the Deku tree the Dookie tree.
The Dookie Tree. When I was a little
Sounds
kid,
right.
I pronounced Deku as Duka, because that was what my brother called them.
Duka stick.
Yeah, he said you gotta put on the Duka mask.
Hey, everybody's in the
Duka.
village again. All the monsters are gone. It's a happy place now again. Yay!
It's wonderful. The cheery music and everything.
Now that the Deku Tree Sprout is growing in the Great Deku Tree's meadow, the forest has returned to normal.
Epic. My work here is done.
I had this song stuck in my head like the whole night when I was trying to get to sleep after our last session. I suspect it's gonna be the Forest Temple theme this time.
Yep. Real earworms in this game,
That they are. And we've also now made our goal for the night. I mean, we could keep going, but that was our main thing was, hey, we got to at least make it through the Forest Temple.
I
2
was-
hours 15 minutes is all that took.
Yeah, we got through it faster than I thought we would. I'm down to keep going at least until 11.
Hell yeah. What's next is the Fire Temple, right?
Of course. Gotta go
Woo!
investigate that strange cloud hovering over Death Mountain.
I don't even remember what there is between, like, what you have to do. I guess I know you have to go far up the mountain and talk to Sheik or whatever. But I don't remember if there's any other interstitial shit you gotta do between it.
Not much, I don't think. Just
Can't
like,
you also, like, sequence break and do the Shadow Temple earlier or something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff like that. You can do a whole lot of the dungeons out of order. It's goofy.
Very clean.
It's like there's like some kind of challenge run. Find listed online that tells you what order to do them in. Make the game extra difficult. Like a whole different puzzle.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's so intense. Look at that.
And that's something they kind of ported over from A Link to the Past, where it's like the first section of the game is like very rigid and story driven, and then it like opens up way more in the second half. You can kind of do it in whatever order.
Yep. Gets way better. Same with Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
That game's
I never
super
beat
fun.
that.
I played it recently.
Go back to that.
Like I was having like a major fucking like I was just in one of those funks that you get, you know, where like you just don't have any fucking dopamine in your brain and you feel kind of depressed and like nothing's fun
Yeah.
anymore and you just kind of sit there rotting all day. I was having a day like that, and then I sat down, played A Link Between Worlds, and it kind of woke my brain up like just
Nice.
enough without being too intense that it would like drain me of my energy. It was like I gained power from playing A Link Between Worlds, and it made me feel good again.
I feel like that's always the hope, right? When you engage with any kind of media, is that it's gonna do that, like
Yeah.
bring back a little bit of. I mean, I guess some stuff you kind of go into like full of energy. You're just like, all right, I've got all my brain power. I'm gonna watch like a difficult movie or something, you know. But there's other stuff that's like, oh, I feel like shit. I need to pump energy back into my skull. Let me throw on fucking the new Rebecca Black album for the 700th time this year.
Totally. And just something about Zelda games, you know, they're like comfort food. I'm just like, I love the puzzle solving and the monster fighting. None of it is too intense, but it's also not like brain dead easy. It's the perfect balance, and it always has been.
This was the part that I remember being the most like sad as a kid because of the fact that it's just like the one young Goron who doesn't know what's going on, and he's just like, "Where is everybody?"
How could you do
How
this
could you
to
do this?
me? You're Ganondorf's servant. Hear my name and tremble. I am Link, hero of the Gorons.
Oh yeah, he's pretending to be you. That's so adorable. Or is he literally named Link? I think like he's
What?
just named after you.
Your name is also Link? Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero, Link. My dad is Darunia. Do you remember him? Dad named me Link after you because
Yeah,
you're so
okay.
brave. It's a cool
so
name. I really like
brilliant.
it.
If we're playing on my other save file, which I named Dipshit.
Link, you're a hero to us Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. Sign it to my friend Link of the Gorons. Oh, I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone. My dad, Darunia, went to the fire temple. A dragon is inside. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon.
Better try to calm him down if you can. Maybe he'll calm down if you talk to him. Ask about the dragon.
A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvagia living in this
Oh,
mountain.
he's so like traumatized.
The dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons. Using a huge hammer, the hero of the Gorons, boom! Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true.
I'm just realizing this kid is actually the Rizzler.
I know, because my dad is a descendant of the hero. Woohoo!
Ask about the Gorons.
Everybody was taken to the fire temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. All of them will be eaten by Volvagia. Dad said that Ganondorf has revived Volva. As a warning to those who might oppose him, Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volva. Dad went to the fire temple by himself to try to save everyone. Please help, Link. I'll give you this heat-resistant tunic.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yay, I can be red now. My
New
favorite.
clothes.
Fuck yes.
Another Zelda tradition that's like, if you knew it from the old games, you might not have even realized it was gonna happen because it's so late in. But then it's like, oh shit, there's more clothes in this game too.
Yo. It's like the start of the game, you see this menu and you're just like, oh my god, I cannot wait. Of course, back then they put literally everything in the games like a manual, so you could spoil yourself for every single upgrade in the game. There were pictures and everything, I know, because I read through that book like 1,000 times when I was a kid. I loved looking at the artwork for these games. N64 manuals are so good. Especially because they had like not just the concept art, but also the like weird, like early 2000s CG renders of things. Like the Donkey Kong 64.
I totally forgot that that's how you get into here. I was thinking that you had to go up the volcano and drop down like you did in the fucking... in that demonstrating why Matt Pat is an idiot clip.
Oh yeah, that room is
Anyone that-
actually in the Forest Temple. To get that clip recorded, I literally like booted up the game and found that room in the middle of the Fire Temple. Like, I immediately thought of that room and was like, I'm gonna make Matt Pat look so fucking stupid. It is something
Gotta
that
reach
grows over time, a true friendship. A feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it you will know which way to go. This song is dedicated to the power of the heart. Listen to the Bolero of Fire. Petra's saying bye, I'm gonna go shower and sleep for Kirby, I mean work. Nighty night,
Yeah.
Petra. Meow,
Oh,
meow.
yeah. They're making Kirby Air Ride 2. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That little camera twirl.
Cinema.
It's so fun. It's so good.
Oh my god, the way the FOV changed as it zoomed in on the characters.
This game is so fucking well made. It's unbelievable.
They're really whipping out all the camera tricks. You can tell they like studied the art of filmmaking to make this game. Link, I'll see you again. Like, this isn't some like amateur hour shit either. Like, there's real fucking techniques applied to this. shit.
Yeah, I love that.
I can warp here now. How fucking neat.
Warp Star.
Fire temple, baby. I fucking love the fire temple. Yeehaw!
Ba-dum, ba-da, da, 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 dum. Ba-dum, ba-da, da, 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 dum. That's the Magmore Caverns music from Metroid Prime, in case anyone didn't know what I was doing.
It's also the fucking not Norfair, but whatever the lower level of Super Metroid is called. Or is that Norfair? I think that is Norfair.
Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he is going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to the other races that might resist him.
Damn.
If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned, though, because I don't have the legendary hammer. But I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people.
Hell yeah.
The prisoner's cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link.
Oh yeah, I hear the chanting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely not in the version I played in this game as a kid. I had only ever played silver, not gold,
Yep.
Ocarina.
This is I don't even have the gold cartridge. Mine's just old.
Old.
I actually don't know what the difference is between the gold cartridges and the cartridge.
I thought it was just that the gold was like the first edition run or something like that.
Maybe. I'm a little sad that I don't have a gold one. But I mean, I think they made like every Majora's Mask gold with like a holographic
Yeah.
label, so like whatever. Majora's Mask is the coolest. It's my favorite anyway. Cool. This temple is really fucking good. I think I like this one more than the Forest Temple.
I really like it. I like that the Gorons are all throughout it, so there's less of that sense of like you're still kind of alone, but you're like doing something to actively make progress for people. Like, you know, every time you open a cage, you can assume that Goron like went home. You know, like kind of reminds me of Soul Blazer in that regard. Which I know you only found out about recently, but I do recommend playing. And that game's like, it's actually decently long for a Super Nintendo game. It took me like 20 hours, but you'd probably not take that long. It's very straightforward. It's
I would love
you
to
know.
try it. 'Cause you know how much I love Super Nintendo.
Yes, and it's literally one of my like top 5 favorites on the console. Super underrated.
I have a
People, I still haven't played Terranigma, and I understand why, like, if like Terranigma is one of your favorite games and you're thinking of it like, oh, well, it's the best of the Quintet trilogy, or even if you like Illusion of Gaia more, like, I think that, like, those two games having more narrative focus has made them more popular, and so Soul Blazer kind of gets written off as like, it's just the lesser of the 3 games from this company, and I'm like, all 3 of them are great games. You know, they're totally different from one another. I didn't really like what I played of Illusion of Gaia, but I still haven't played Terranigma.
I need to play Terranigma. I bought a fucking
I think as
cartridge
other
of it.
favorite SNES games, I feel like I mostly know about the Nintendo first-party games.
I was gonna say, if I had to pick a top 5 SNES games, it'd have to be Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, Mega Man X, fucking A Link to the Past.
Super
and-
Metroid and Mega Man X are both like so ridiculously god tier that I would recommend them to literally everyone who likes video games.
Yeah. Trying to pick settling on a 5th one is hard because there's so many others that could be. Like, I guess Super Mario World for me. It's like I have like the Mario
Block
All
just
Stars
in the
cart that
middle.
has like 5 games on it.
Let me go pull up a list because I don't think I've played many more Super Nintendo games than the number that I wrote down.
Yeah. I
At some
have like
point.
30 of them on my shelf.
There's
Earthbound
a
is also up
time
there. Earthbound is fucking great.
I made a fucking Google Doc one time that's just like a spreadsheet of every video game I've played at all, and how much of it I've played.
Jesus.
I haven't updated it in years, but I don't think I've played like any new Super Nintendo games in the time since then.
Right.
So I'll give that a look.
I have a list of games where like I tried to rank all my most favorite games of all time, and I just kept thinking of games I liked and wanted to put on the list. So I listed like over 100 different fucking games.
God damn.
It's a pretty funny spreadsheet. I tried to get a couple of my friends to add their games to it, and one of them was like, I don't fucking know if I can rank them, and he just listed off like 10 games that he likes. And then I was like, okay, so what do you like better, the Wind Waker or Banjo-Kazooie? And he said, Wind Waker. Okay, now what do you like better, Banjo-Kazooie or... And he's like, stop it now.
You gotta do the whole, what's that site called where it's like you could do put every character from a franchise in and it creates like a tournament for you to vote on who's your favorite. There's one of those for like Pokemon, and like if you want to do that, it takes all fucking day, like
Yep.
literally all day, because you're comparing every single one against every single other one. Like,
It's very
Terrible.
time-consuming. Basically, anytime I sit down to do a tier list or a spreadsheet of some kind, I think, oh yeah, I can knock this out in like 30 minutes, and then I look up the clock. I'm like, okay, it's been like 30 minutes, right? Like the sun has gone down. Like it's fucking, it's been hours, and it's not even done. Halfway through making a fuck-ass spreadsheet.
I seem to have lost a bunch of footage of tier lists that I had created when I did tier list Thursdays and recorded a bunch of them at once. I can't find like half of those, so probably have to redo them,
It's fucked up.
which is not fun.
Yeah.
Don't know when I deleted them, but I bet I did.
Well, shit, I was enjoying tier list Thursdays.
I just gotta make new ones. I mean, none of them were like so incredible that they were like, oh no, I can't believe I got, that no one will ever see this. But
Yeah. Like all my
some of
tier
them I
lists-
still have the tier lists themselves, so I could just go over them and be like, okay, well here's what it was, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have that same, rhythm of discovery.
My tier lists are like, I really do just fart them out. Like I sit down and do it in one take with like no editing. Upload like same day usually. And it's funny because I don't feel like attached to my tier list videos at all. Like I really do just do them for fun.
Yeah,
Anyone
for
who
sure.
wants to watch them and engage and give their takes. Or tell me why my takes are bad. That's always really funny. But like I listen back to them sometimes because I'll be like, I don't remember a single fucking word I said in this video, and then I'll be surprised to hear that I gave a very, very thorough rundown of my actual opinions on everything. And I'm like, well, I guess I never have to make a video about this subject. If I ever tried to make like a scripted video about Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it would just be a better phrased version of what I said in the tier list.
Well, sometimes that helps. I mean, you're basically doing your work for, like, pre-doing
Yeah.
the work of if you did want to make that video, because it would get more views if it was,
For sure.
like,
Like a fully edited
know.
video essay.
yeah.
I would like
But-
to try try my hand at some analytical video game content. But then I don't know. I watch other queer people do the same thing, and I'm like, they're kind of doing it better. I don't know.
Yeah. Better than I want to.
Yeah.
Some of the time. I don't know, that seems really hard.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how to edit a fucking video about video games and keep it interesting. Or rather, I don't know how I could edit a video about video games and keep myself from getting bored before it's done.
Yeah, that's the hard part for me. Alright, I've put together a list of Super Nintendo games I like that are not normally mentioned. So aside from, like, obviously Mega Man X, Super Metroid are like the two best on the console in my opinion. A Link to the Past is also very, very good. Here are 4 SNES games that I just incidentally have played that are really good that don't get mentioned as often. Probably the most popular of these would be Demon's Crest, which is where you play as the red demon from the Ghouls and Goblins franchise. And it's like sort of Metroidvania. It's somewhere between Mega Man X and Metroid. Somewhere between those two realities is Demon's Crest. So if you like those games, you'd probably like it. It's not as tightly made as either of those, but it's a pretty good Konami, 90s game.
Sick.
Konami's the one who made Ghosts and Goblins, right? No, Capcom. That's what I meant. Capcom. Pretty good Capcom game. And then Soul Blazer I already talked about. That's from part of the team that I can't remember what that like smaller team was called. It's like they were owned by Enix, but it was like one developer under Enix. Quintet, that's the ones. Who also made ActRaiser and Illusion of Gaia Terra Enigma. But Soul Blazer's the only one I've actually played all the way through and really enjoyed. And then there's 2 different side-scrolling beat-em-up games that are not really that famous for the Super Nintendo, but I have had the most fun playing, which are King of Dragons, which is one of 3 Dungeons and Dragons based ones. There's like one that's just called Dungeons and Dragons that's more popular, and it's also made by Capcom, but I've never played it. I played King of Dragons, and King of Dragons is really fun. It's fun on Super Nintendo. It's probably even more fun on arcade because it's like it's one of those that's kind of reduced quality for the Super Nintendo. But me and my friend and my brother would do runs of King of Dragons all the time in our like very short-lived Super Nintendo phase. Basically, when I found out my friend had a Super Nintendo, I was like, "Oh my God, you own one of these? Like, we have to play it. I've never played a real one." Like, and King of Dragons was like one of the only games that he still had around. And another one was called Ninja Warriors, all one word.
Oh wow.
Both King of Dragons and Ninja Warriors are multiplayer side-scrolling beat-em-ups that you can beat in like 40 minutes at most. If you have a good run. Ninja Warriors is way easier. King of Dragons is actually kind of hard. It took us like a number of attempts, a number of afternoons before we finally beat it. But Ninja Warriors is like, if you sit down to play it, you're probably gonna beat it. But you can play as a cool ninja chick in that game, so I was feeling it.
I remembered another of my favorite Super Nintendo games that I can't believe I forgot to mention. Fucking Dragon Quest 3.
Yeah, of course.
My favorite Dragon Quest, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. The Super Nintendo remake of Dragon Quest 3, which was only released in Japan, but there are English translation patches you can get online, and I went on eBay and purchased myself one of those fucking fan-made cartridges that has like the official looking artwork and box and everything, and
Nice.
It's beautiful. Fits right in with the rest of my collection, and I love it dearly. There's also a Super Nintendo remake of Dragon Quest 1 and 2, which is what we were playing on this channel.
Oh yeah. Go check out the other video. The only one that's not an Ocarina of Time live stream.
Yeah.
Mel Redgrave says, "Sister Heart." Hello, Mel. Good to see you. Steve Cypher said, "We finish Infinity Train tomorrow. I'm expecting it near the top of the Cartoon Network tier list." It's definitely up there.
It's definitely, yeah.
Definitely up there.
In terms of like, when I make tier lists, when I assign things to tiers, I don't usually think of it as like, oh, S means that this is like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece or whatever. I usually think of it as like, it's relative to whatever items are in the list.
In the tier list, for sure, yeah.
Like,
its competition on my tier list, I think, would have to be, if it wants S tier, is Courage the Cowardly Dog. What did I put? Teen Titans Go and
you put that in S tier?
I love Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go is so fun.
All right.
It's got so many of the Teen Titans Go has a significant number of the craziest episodes of cartoons I've ever seen. Just like the most conceptually bizarre, like unhinged, metatextual, making fun of its own audience, which I also think is really funny because I also
That
don't
is
like
funny.
Teen Titans. Like I grew up liking Teen Titans, and as an adult, I do not think it holds up at all. So I think Teen Titans Go is like significantly funnier than the old show.
The funniest joke I
Um,
ever saw from Teen Titans Go was okay, it was either that. No, yeah, I was going to say it's the one where they cross over with the old show, and like classic Robin is shaking hands with new Robin, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know, when I first met you, I thought you were weird and annoying, and you are. Timed perfectly.
It's really good.
I love that joke.
I saw that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
bring that up. That's the other
I
funniest
think
bit I've
that's the
seen.
one I saw in the. I saw. There's like 2 Teen Titans Go movies, and I know I saw at least one of them in theaters on my birthday.
I watched
and it
clips.
was really good.
I watched clips from Teen Titans Go to the movies where they like travel
That
through
was probably
time
the
to
one.
kill the Justice League when they're babies.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one I saw in theaters.
It's the funniest shit ever because with Aquaman, they just like throw trash in the ocean and then baby Aquaman chokes to death on it.
That's an S tier show. I don't care what anybody says. You just describing it, reminding me what happens. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's
They murder
exactly what
baby
I want.
Aquaman on screen in a movie for children.
Like that 1-second gag is better than a significant number of whole DC comic runs, like about Aquaman.
And then right after that, they stop Batman from happening by telling his parents to not go down Crime Alley, but to go down
Yeah.
Sunshine and Rainbows Alley instead. Just taking the piss out of comic book heroes. Just fucking that stuff was really funny. But then there's other
remember
stuff
what
that
the
I've
third
seen in
S
Teen
tier I
Titans
gave
Go that
was.
makes me cringe my fucking skin off, and I can't give it that high of a score. But that said,
Yeah, I'm definitely not rating it on the basis of like all of it is equally S tier. It's more like the peaks that it's hit are just some of the most like
Yeah.
okay, like no other cartoon did that, you know.
yeah, because lots of people will score TV shows and stuff based on like people will rate media as if it's like a homework assignment. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you start with 100%, you take
exactly.
points off for mistakes." When what you should be doing
Yeah.
with art, if you want, if you even care about scores in the first place, most people don't anymore. But if you care about fucking scores, the way I think you should be doing it is you need to consider the presence of good, the presence of bad, the absence of good, and the absence of bad, and determine those values in your mind. Like, how strongly do you feel about each of those things? Like, is there
Yeah.
a presence of bad?
I
or
would
is it
also
just
say,
a lack
like,
of good. Like,
Consider the presence of like exceptional, like
yeah,
because to me there's sometimes where like I was thinking about this earlier today because Anthony Fantano is somebody who definitely I see him as rating on that scale of like how flawless is it, which is not interesting.
yeah,
And like
not at all.
it's funny because the most recent album that he gave a 10 is the new Clips album, which fully deserves a 10, but so do like a bunch of other albums that have come out this year in my mind.
Yeah,
And like the only reason that I think he gave a 10 to that album is because he could not find a flaw. But like that's not what like it's not his style of music. Like it doesn't resonate with me that Fantano gave that album a 10 because it's such an obvious score to give that it doesn't feel like, oh, you felt this that strongly. It feels like you couldn't figure out how to criticize this, so you gave it a 10, you know? Whereas there's other albums that, like, he gave a lower score to that I understand how they are more capable of being criticized than the Clips album, but the stuff that they do is so unique and so unfindable in anything else and so good when it is good that to me that is just as valuable, if not more so, than making something flawless, you know? And I'm not saying that the Clips album doesn't have its own unique things that make it like great, but again, they're all 10s. Like there are at least like 4 or 5 hip hop albums that deserved a 10 this year that, you know, but I think that yeah, to me, like, something having a flaw does not take away from its ability. If it has things that are exceptional about it that nothing else has, then that's still a 10, you know?
That's another thing I should mention when I talk about like the presence of good versus the presence of bad. I also take into consideration how much of each there is. Like,
Yeah.
because to me, you know, something like say Steven Universe, which is a show that I think gets like criticized way more than it deserves. Like,
Yeah.
in my mind, that show, because it's easy to.
You just reminded me,
criticize.
that's what my third S tier was on the chart. And yeah, that's a perfect example
Yeah.
of a show that, yes, has plenty of flaws. It is still a 10 out of 10 because everything good about it doesn't exist anywhere else. And it's amazing stuff
Yeah.
that changed culture
Like,
in like a
after- yeah.
good way.
After that show ended, all anyone could fucking talk about was how flawed the ending was, and I'm like, yeah, no, the last episode, like, stumbling does not redefine the entire show for me. Like, that's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. But
Totally agree.
like, in my mind, I thought that ending was like, I didn't even think it was that bad, but in my mind, like, the parts of it that do suck, I'm like, this is like insignificant in the face of how much goodwill the show has earned from me. Like,
Yeah.
there is more than enough of it that was special and unique and amazing that I can, you know, having some problems here and there did not hold it back from being one of the best fucking cartoons I'd ever watched. God damn it. Oh, just barely made it.
Whew.
Phew. Wiping the sweat from my forehead with that one. A shoe. Yeah, I get real heated about Steven Universe. But yeah, just other stuff in general. I don't know.
Fucking fake door.
Real fake doors. I'm gonna kill it. That's one of the things from Rick and Morty that never left my brain. I haven't watched the show in years. I never forget real fake doors. Because so many video games have real fake doors. They'll
I don't remember that from Rick and Morty.
just like
I
big-
forgot about this guy. This guy is so cool.
Wait, what?
This monster, I totally forgot about it. This thing is awesome.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
Like, it looks like just the most, like, unimaginably badass, like, edgy fire dancer thing, and then you pull its core out, and it's just, like, this goofy little bug running around.
Just a little guy.
This is pure Zelda right here.
Quite enjoyable.
His fucking voice is awesome. Now he's purple.
Tiny little head, little feet.
Another one of those, though, where, like, knowing what to do makes it kind of too easy. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't feel like a badass showdown. It just feels like you're wiping the floor with this dumb little monster.
That's true. I was gonna say earlier during the Baronade boss fight inside the big fish, how playing Wind Waker recently made me realize how much I don't like. I generally don't care for boss fights in Zelda where it's just a big faceless thing,
Yeah.
and I was kind of shocked like fighting Baronade again, just how like fun and action-packed that was. Like, it's really fast-paced, and like despite it not being a discernible creature, it was really fucking cool.
I'm trying to remember who Baronade is.
That electric anemone thing I was fighting in the fish. The one that
Oh,
exploded when I
yes.
killed it.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because Wind Waker tried to do a similar thing where it was just a giant flower. and you
Yes,
throw boomerangs
yes.
at it to cut the vines, and it's boring as fuck. I'm
The only
like,
cool thing about that fight is that every time the flower opens, there's like that big explosion of color.
Yep. It
But,
just,
yeah.
it looks pretty, but mechanically that fight is garbage.
I'd agree. And it is just a rip-off of the fight you were talking about.
Yeah, like it was an attempt to recapture that magic, and it was just totally fucking lame. Made me sad. Wind Waker is a great game, but I feel like it gets a lot of goodwill just for being so fucking charming. Like, artistically, it's gorgeous and sweet and adorable, even though it's kind of like it's noticeably severely unfinished, which does hold it back for me. But like, it gets so much love anyway, because it's just so cute and fun.
Catching up on chat, Moho had said, OMG, I made it. Did you already tell my factoid? I don't know what factoid.
Which factoid?
Moho's factoid? Mel Redgrave said, at the same time I could... Oh wait, this is Teen Titans Go. I think it depends on the flaw. Like, if it's not that egregious, I probably wouldn't have it affect the score much. Sometimes the end can hurt the overall perspective of something. Like, if an ending is egregiously bad, I might not feel as good about the rest of it. But there are a few albums and shows that didn't have fantastic ends that I still really enjoy. Yeah, a
Interesting.
big agree.
I feel like a lot of people put too much emphasis on endings because
Yeah.
all the time I see people being like, "Oh, the ending of this show sucked. I don't even want to watch it anymore." And I'm like, in my mind, the ending does not affect my overall feelings of a show any more than any other individual episode would.
If
they're all
people
equal
don't
to
know,
me.
like, I don't know, if you've never heard the phrase "it's the journey, not the destination," and you're gonna go around unironically contradicting that, then I just don't know how to help you. You know, like, you can only say the cliche so many times. Like,
I know-
CC says hi. Good to see you, CC. And Moho says the Deku Brothers thing. Thank you for reminding me. I had forgotten. So in the this was a factoid I think pointed out in the comments on the last stream. Was it in Discord? So the Japanese version of the game, when they say the 3-2-1 or the 2-3-1, 23 is number 1 rather, is the mnemonic in English. But in Japanese, forgive me if I read the Japanese wrong, but I think it is to the effect of 2-3-1 Nissan wa Ichiban, meaning Big Brother is number 1, but Big Brother Nissan, like ni also means 2 in Japanese. So
That's cool.
yeah, so you're supposed to infer that Big Brother Nissan is actually referring to number 2 san.
Fuck. Thought that would work. I love this hammer. It's so satisfying. Fucking. This hammer is how you cheat at Dark Link.
Mel said, I do tend to give points for great beginnings and ends. Like one of my favorite albums, Dismantling Devotion by Daylight Dies, nails both really well. I mean, having a great intro or a great ending can definitely be like
Can be a boost.
particularly mesmerizing. Coheed and Cambria was always really good at opening and ending records. Like every single ending is like, or they always have like the most cinematic songs at the opening and ending. That are, like the ending song is always very obviously written to be the ending song on the album. Particularly with their early, really good albums. So I definitely feel like, there's definitely projects where the opening and the ending are my favorite parts, and like some of the middle, maybe I probably wouldn't stick through as often if it weren't for the fact that, you know, I want to hear both the start and the end, so I'm willing to put up with the middle to get through all of that.
I definitely think I'm the weirdo and that I don't give a fuck about that. Like I just don't feel like beginnings and endings influence my overall opinions as much, like not any more than any other part of the work. I think it's very normal for people to care more about that stuff though. Because I mean, with endings especially, because that's like the feeling that you're left with when
I
the
would
thing
say-
is done.
I don't feel, I've never really felt that feeling of like, oh, the beginning sucks, or oh, the ending sucks, and that's like a huge knock against it, as much as just if those things are really good, then that's like particularly noteworthy because it's hard to do them that well.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's, like when you watch like a first episode of a show that really fucking knocks your socks off, it's like, you know, you get hype in a different way. Where like if you watch a first episode and it's pretty good, but then like by 5 episodes in you're really attached to the characters, then that's like more normal. Whereas sometimes it's like you watch the first episode and you're like, this is already one of my favorites, you know, and then or you see an ending like
Yeah.
Devilman is a great example of a story where the middle is not that interesting. Like
Yeah.
it starts off like kind of funny and goofy and like conceptually intriguing, and then most of the midsection of the story is just like shonen fighting with, you know, silly monsters, and then the ending is like the greatest ending ever, you know. And, like without the ending of Devilman it would be like a 7 out of 10, but the ending alone makes it a 10 out of 10. It's just so good.
So much goodness.
But yeah, there's definitely cases where like the ending is not that good, but I don't really care because I'm like, I can just stop before I get there, and I'm not bothered by the fact that I'm not going to finish it every time I return to it. You know, like if I skip the last song on the album because I don't like it that much, that's not a huge knock for me because I don't have to sit through it. You know, like I don't have to put myself through that. I think maybe that's what bothers me about like people insisting that like an album having a skip means it can't be a 10, and I'm like, why? Like it's a 10 out of 10 experience as long as I skip that one track. I don't have to listen to that song. Like, you know, it's almost like a willful ignorance to the fact that you can control the experience of listening, you know? It's like if I were to be like, well, this song would be perfect if it was sped up, and it's like you can just listen to it sped up and therefore it's perfect, you know? Like
But didn't you know that if you just ignore all the bad parts and only look at the good parts, then everything is a 10 out of 10?
digits off to work. Have a good work.
You know, that's kind of how I feel about like video games that have like mods that fix everything. It's like,
trying to
oh
think
yeah,
of-
this game is really good with the caveat that you install the mod that makes it that good.
I would say there are games where where the story going downhill does ruin it for me, but only if it felt like it didn't resolve enough before getting to that point. Like
Yeah.
a good example for me would be Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, where I was super into that game for the first half because it's basically telling this like urban mystery and it's fleshing out all these characters and it's very like down to earth dealing with like the drama that the characters are going through in their day-to-day lives, you know? But most of those arcs kind of get like half-heartedly resolved by like halfway through the game, and it becomes like, well, now we got to save the world. You know, there's a big bad guy and we got to save the world. And like most of the dialogue just becomes about how everyone feels about like being in a, you know, world-ending scenario, which is just super generic stuff you can get from like any other story. So it really felt like the identity of the game just kind of became way less interesting in the second half, and it gets way harder too. So it's like you spend way more time in between getting dialogue, and then the dialogue is less interesting than it used to be. So, you know, it felt like an unfulfilled promise. Like the first half was really fun, but it was fun in part because of the fact that I wanted to see where it was going to go, and then it didn't go anywhere interesting. So in a case like that, it does make me feel like, well, I'm not going to play the first half of that game again, because it wasn't so interesting that it would be worth it just for that, you know?
Yeah.
But there are some games where it is. Like, literally, even if the first half is the only half that's really fun, it's so fun. If I could play that first half over and over and over and over again, and I don't even like another video game as much, that's still a 10 out of 10 for me. Even if half the fucking thing sucks. If the other half is the best thing I've ever played, how do I rate something higher than that, you know? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so I said Dragon Quest III was one of my favorite RPGs of all time, but then I remembered that there was one boss fight that I fought too early in the game, and it made me angry because I was so under-leveled that I completely got my shit kicked in, and remembering that moment means I have to lower its score by 87 points. It's like people being like, oh, fucking... The most obnoxious is, I mean, it's just gamers' fault, right? Like, it's because of gamers, like, IGN being like, oh, we're gonna review video games using a very sophisticated score, and they're like, this game is literally a masterpiece, but, like, nothing's perfect, so I can only give it a 9.78 out of 10. The most obnoxious fake math shit. Why are you doing fake math? Stop it.
Cypher said, this combo reminds me of the CGDX vid where they argue Rapunzel is a better experience if you skip the exposition at the start, and I think that was interesting. Yeah, I'm very big on encouraging people to modify the experience. Like, you could tell them, like, hey, this is boring by it, like, if you don't do it this way, but if you do it this way, it's great, you know? Just like telling people to, like, draw a map to play Wind Waker or whatever, like,
Well, it's like
or
people
Metroid.
People might scoff at that and be like, you're not experiencing the work the way the author intended, therefore you're not doing it correctly. When, like, everyone experiences everything differently.
Like you being.
Why should I
different-
do it the way the author corrected? They're not my dad or God. Fuck them. Like,
I'm just like, even if we suppose that that's like a valid thing for some reason, be like, no, you have to experience it the right way, or you're not experiencing the real art. You're experiencing some weird other version of it. Like every single person experiences things differently. Just being the person you are makes it different. The environment you fucking experience things in changes it. Like, if you watch a movie with your friends versus watching it alone versus watching it with your loved one versus watching it, you know, with someone you don't really like, when you're like sweaty and pissed off in a hot room, like there's all sorts of environmental factors that change things.
yeah.
So to me, it's like, fucking cares. I don't know.
Sink said, "What's the case for watching anime at a faster speed?" I just basically watch it at whatever speed my brain clicks at.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to watch and it just feels too slow, I will start thinking about other shit and stop paying attention. And if I feel that happening, even though I still am enjoying the experience, I just turn up the speed until my brain can't like dissociate from it anymore. If that means I have to go up to 4 times speed, it's a really boring show and I'm watching it out of just morbid curiosity. But if it's like, you know, like pretty decent, just kind of slow, it could be just like 1.25 speed. You barely notice that it's sped up. It doesn't take very long for my brain to adjust to... I didn't know you could climb on the fucking sides of this thing.
Yeah, that's how
Why can you climb on the fucking sides of this thing?
that's how you get back up if you fall in the lava.
Yeah, I guess... yeah. It didn't occur to me that you could just hang there and, like, wait out the attacks.
Yep. Can't get hit by the rocks.
This guy is so cool. The fact that he's got, like, flaming lava hair,
Nice.
that he's, like, headbanging on you.
Out of arrows.
Chinese myth dragon. Going into the pits. This is kind of like the D-Dragon fight in Phantasy Star Online, except if it was like a Western-style dragon, but doing the same techniques. Also, both games use similar generic sound effects for this creature.
Down the rocks, like pulling out the power scaling chart real quick. Petra says, I like how the two authorities that could force Trixie to play something completely vanilla are her dad and God.
Yeah, I don't know why those are the examples I came up with. I don't remember the last time either of those two people convinced me to do anything.
See, Cypher
Man,
said,
the way
I
it-
want to be friends with this freaky little dragon.
The way Volvagia like holds its face as it goes in and then comes out and just like panicked, confused, I can't believe I'm dying, fuck, oh I'm too hot, oh god, I'm actually, and then just fucking skeletonized.
So scary, oh no. It's bones now.
This
It's
is,
still moving.
the game is so violent and it's so good.
It's the boss of the Fire Temple revived by the evil king. I don't know its weak point.
It's dead.
Thought its head was gonna start talking for a second like Ludwig in Bloodborne.
You got a heart container. Your maximum life energy is increased by 1 heart. Your life energy will be totally filled.
You don't have to read that.
Seriously though, so many video games copied this game's like methodology of beat the boss and then show like an awesome death scene. Like Dead Rising, really great game for that. There's one part where you fight this clown who's got 2 chainsaws and then he falls on his chainsaws at the end and he's just like ah! As the chainsaws are going through him. It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Or of course the Souls games a lot of the times like they'll have the unique deaths for
Yeah. This makes me think of A Link to the Past, how you would kill a giant boss monster in that game, and then like 50 explosions would come out of it.
That was, I think, up until this, like, I feel like it was fairly standard to just have.
No more heroes. Yeah, no
But
more
this is the
heroes.
game where they made it like a more graphically like. Okay, it's not just gonna explode; it's gonna explode in a specific way, and they're all gonna have their own way of exploding. You know.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race.
Before I forget, I also want to encourage people again. If you want more lore for that fucking dragon I just killed, I encourage you to read the Zelda manga, Ocarina of Time manga, the Majora's Mask manga, and the Twilight Princess manga are all certified pretty good. I've read them myself.
You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the Wild Darunia, turned out to be the great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny.
He's the Klein of the Spurned Women's Club in this game.
Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here.
You mean he's Klein because he's the most husband material?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship.
Only friendship?
I was hoping for like $20 to catch the cab back down the mountain.
Yeah, fucking owl won't carry me down anymore. He says I'm too fat.
Also, he's like an old bald man now.
Turned to an old fat guy. He won't fly anymore.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, now you and I are truly brothers.
I always wanted a real brother relationship with you.
Could have been melted, man.
Getting milk, getting milk, getting milk.
Getting sentimental.
Anyone who doesn't have
I could have been
context for
getting
that-
sentimental there.
Anyone who doesn't get that is just gonna think we're psychotic. That's the way it should be.
Go watch Real Brother Relationship. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the greatest videos on YouTube. And then watch Fingers Around My Dick, because then you'll be living inside of my head. Just watch all of the old Kajito-kun fucking meme edits from 2007.
They are wonderful.
You'll be a better person afterwards. It's 11:12. Do you have to stop soon?
I don't have to, but if you want to wrap this up soon, we can.
We probably should.
Probably should.
I like the idea of having them be somewhat consistent lengths. Also, this game is not that long when someone good's playing it, so this might only last like 4 or 5 streams, really.
It's true. I think it'll maybe be 2. Yeah, like 2 more, maybe 3. I don't know.
I'm thinking about how long it takes to do the whole big Goron quest and everything too. Might like add in.
Oh
some,
yeah, that's
but I
gonna
don't
add
know.
time for sure. Fucking. I was gonna say I'm more concerned about the water temple. The water temple takes me at least an hour. That one's a pain
That's
in the
true.
ass.
Water temple's a pain.
I have to constantly pause and unpause the game every 10 seconds. But I will whiz my way through it. 'Cause, my favorite temples come
to
right
the
after that
rescue.
one.
Shadow Temple might be my favorite.
It's so fucking good.
Spirit Temple aesthetically is really cool.
Yeah. Spirit Temple might be my favorite. I'm not sure. Giant woman.
Wait, so what's all left? The Water, Shadow, Spirit, and Ganon? Is that it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's those 4. Lama Ui said, so Krona, why didn't you like Nights into Dreams? It seems you had a skill issue. I guess I had a skill issue because I don't know what the fuck was happening in that game. It was a weird fever dream.
Such a core giant woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman.
Yeah, I bet you would.
You know who else is a giant woman?
Oh, I know.
Hi, Mom.
Can't wait to see the person you are together. If you'd give it a chance, you could do a huge dance because you are a giant woman. You might even like being together. And if you don't, it won't last forever. But if it were me, I really want to see a giant woman. A giant woman. All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Mission accomplished. Hey, look, all of the boys are back.
They're all
Hey.
home. They're back where they
Go
belong.
run, run, run,
They
go
painted
run,
themselves
run,
on the walls.
run,
They all look
run,
exactly
run,
the same.
run.
Is there gender in Goron society? Do they have females? Do they reproduce
I think
asexually?
they're
Do
rocks.
Gorons lay eggs? Find out on the next episode of Slime. We investigate Goron biology with a microscope.
But that's just a theory.
Hey, can you go back to the position you were in just now when you were bending over? I need to check something. What does he say? Thank you, Link. And stop looking at my crotch.
Show me the ancient Goron man's spirit.
Fucking Link falls off the mountain, does his like Link scream. Yeah! A man is falling. A young man, isn't
A
he?
young man, isn't he?
You haven't seen Garzy's Wing, also. You probably need that mind poison in your brain.
It's the fucking
Dubbed.
cacophony of bad voice acting in the beginning. We're all fucking screaming over each other. Whoa, what the hell are you, a
that
damn
light?
ghost?
Looks like Garzy's wing. Oh, it's shining.
Oh, it's shiny. When the three of them jump over the fucking rock, they go, whoa, ah, ha!
It's a Derigo!
We're approaching Ishibara. With the Guza.
Oh, wait, what is it that he says?
Will the Ishibara affect the Daraga rule? It should work.
I'm just going back to the
All right.
temple to learn one more song, and then we can wrap this up. I'm gonna keep quoting Garzy's Wing on the way.
Garzy's Wing brain rot is like another level of brain rot.
The first time we hung out, and he started quoting Garzy's Wing, and I was like,
You are right.
I fucking died.
it's funny.
I never heard such an accurate "you are right" from anyone's throat before. I was like, I can't believe it.
As soon as you started doing the monologue about being human, I was like, this is the moment. I
He's
was
just
born
a
for.
human. Humans are just human. They come into this world with dreams and aspirations. They want it all, and they try to use the power of the earth and power of the spirit.
You are right.
No!
No!
I'm getting eaten alive. Chewing on my brains. Some motherfuckers. Boing.
Death by Reedus. I definitely thought they were just humping you to death when I was a kid.
Oh, everyone did. That's what it looks like.
Come here, pretty boy. I like those boots.
I like to think they're like the termites from Banjo-Kazooie, where they're like, ah, I like your shorts, give them to me.
Oh shit, Sheik's here.
What do you mean she? That's clearly a
Sheik.
guy. Sheik. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage, but there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time.
I already did 2 of those though.
If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years.
It's spirit science.
The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. Prelude. Shrek.
Oh, this one gets so far the fuck down. Dee-doo-doo-doo. Just instantly. That makes me want to jump, like, and start headbanging.
Had to two-hand the C buttons for that one. This song I've heard a billion times. This is the place I would fast travel to the most. It's beautiful. So sparkly. You've learned the Prelude of Light.
Trixie, when you first played this, was the revelation of Sheik as Zelda mind-blowing, or you already suspected? It was mind-blowing. I definitely had no suspicion whatsoever.
As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Link, we shall meet again. Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, I deliberately deepen
Oh, that
my
was
voice
so
when
cool
doing
looking.
when I'm doing Sheik, doing a deeper voice
Yeah, it's
than the one I
it's
did
a
for
really
Zelda.
good. real good T-boy voice. I appreciate.
You know, I have a friend who's a trans guy who started transition, like hormones, around the same time I did. So it was kind of funny seeing us both make progress at roughly the same rate. We like reached the point where we're both kind of equally like androgynous and had similar voices even. But yeah. Feeling a bit tired. My back's starting to ache, so I think that's enough Ocarina for tonight.
When do you want to do the next one?
Soon. I would do it tomorrow even. I fucking love this game and I love hanging out with y'all.
Let's do it. Well, let's let the chat decide. Are you all down to do this tomorrow? If you say yes, we'll do it tomorrow. If not, we'll do it in 2 days. But I don't see any reason really not to do it tomorrow, honestly.
Oh.
Unless I end up doing my own stream, because I do kind of need money.
You want to do your
I could
own
do a
stream.
request stream, possibly. Oh, right, watch party tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Infinity
right. That's
Train.
Right.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah,
So we'll
tomorrow's the
say
last season of
Tuesday.
Infinity
Tomorrow's
Train.
Tuesday. Wednesday.
Wednesday then, for sure.
Wednesday at... It's probably the same time, 8 o'clock.
I liked 7:30,
tends
but
to
if
be-
8 o'clock works better for you, then that's fine with me. These 3-hour streams are like 3 hours is a good length for Ocarina. It seems like we get exactly 2 dungeons done. Or no, we did 3 tonight. We did 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killing
Next
it.
time, I guess Water Temple and Shadow Temple at the very least, if not more than that.
Hell yeah. So, alright, we're saying Wednesday. Wednesday. Tomorrow we're watching Infinity Train Season 4, which, by the way, if anyone listening to this has never seen Infinity Train, you should watch that show, not only because it's good, but we will both have finished it and therefore be allowed to talk about it on the internet. I haven't been saying anything about it because I'm not going to talk about a show that I haven't seen all of, that everyone who cares about it has seen all of,
Right.
until I've seen all of it. But, it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I
fucking
can't
love it.
I can't imagine any fans of us not liking Infinity Train. Like, let me put it that way. Like, I straight up could not imagine you wouldn't like it at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that earlier when talking about how on a tier list, like S tier doesn't necessarily mean like 10 out of 10. It just means like relative to the things on the list, it's the top tier. Infinity Train would be S tier either way. Like, it is a 10 out of 10, and it's S tier on the cartoons tier list easily.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to cartoons, there are not very many of them that are in the S tier. Infinity Train's definitely one of them.
Infinity Train Season 3 felt like watching a kid-friendly version of The Boys Season 3 to me. In that it was just constantly uncomfortable and tense, but ended in a really satisfying in one way and deeply unsatisfying in another way. So yeah, it filled me with a lot of complicated emotions, and not a lot of cartoons have done that. That's definitely true. Especially not to me as an adult watching a cartoon for fucking, like adolescents.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Petra said,
recommend.
do you agree with the hate Water Temple meme or love Water Temple? I'm going to give the boring answer, which is that I hate it in the N64 version, and I love it in the 3DS version.
Yeah, where they fixed it.
Yeah, they made it so you can change boots just by tapping a button.
And they like color-coded the hallways, so it's a little clearer where the fuck you are.
Yeah, it's easier to find the spots where you change the water level, which it's still not... I still usually run into the problem where it's like, oh, there's that one small key I forgot about, and now I have to backtrack through the whole fucking dungeon again. Which that can be pretty tedious, but like, I don't know, that's kind of part of the challenge of it, so I'm not too mad about it. I just don't like having my time wasted as a punishment. That's like my least favorite way for a game to punish my bad decisions. Time wasting is not fun.
Big agree. Alright, I'm tired of watching you run back and forth, listen to this ringing noise,
Yep.
so we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday, unless you're in the Discord server and you're watching Infinity Train with us tomorrow night.
Meow meow, everybody. Bye.